Welcome to Prairie Grove Tiger Stadium for tonight's game between the Prairie Grove Tigers and the Lavaca Golden Arrows. It's football season time again. I'm Lynn Gregson, my partner Zach Arns. Zach, it's that time of the year. Last week, it was truly, for all intents and purposes, a preseason game. Looks like the kids last week really got after it for the first half, and then they, just kind of almost like a practice for the rest of the time. Tonight's the real thing, and what do we anticipate seeing tonight?
Oh, I think we're going to see. I think we're going to see a nice conservative game tonight's. Opening night, no fumbles, limit the penalties. Let's keep let's keep things going forward. I think you'll see Prairie Grove come out wing T, pistol formation, run the ball right at Lavaca. Pretty much the formula they've had the last 2 years against them.
Well, here's the thing with Lavaca. Our history with them, we've been playing them now, I want to say 7 or 8 years, maybe. And the first couple of years, we struggled with them. I think they beat us the first couple times we played them. And it went back and forth there. And then I think the last 3-4 years, we've kind of had the best of the series. And so I think with
I think you're being kind when you say we've had the best of the series. The last 2 years, the combined score is 82-6. Last year, and I did some. I was doing some homework today. Last year, just in case you were wondering, Prairie Grove had 302 yards of total offense. Lavaca had 50.
Yeah, and that was it. And the thing about that game too is that was that was the coming out of, hey, we're going to have a great defensive year, and that's what we had last year. Zach, let's talk just a little bit about Lavaca. Yeah, they were a team that we pretty much dominated last year, but as we come into the game this year, what does Lavaca have coming back that we may need to be on the watch out for tonight?
If Lavaca has an area of strength, and it's an area that they may have an advantage over Prairie Grove, they have a lot of very experienced players. Their entire backfield's back. Hayden Headfield, their quarterback, scored 11 touchdowns last year. They've got a thunder and lightning combination in the backfield, a young man named Anthony Todaro. He'll play tailback, he'll play slot receiver, he'll play on the outside. Plus, they've got a guy named Colby Graves, who's their big hammer. He's 215 pounds, looks like a fire hydrant with arms, and he will attempt to pound at the middle of the Prairie Grove Prairie Grove defensive line. On the outside, they've got a young man that's listed at 6'3", 170 pounds, where I was watching him during the pregame warm-ups. He's an intimidating target, and Prairie Grove's going to have to find a way to at least minimize the mismatch when he's out there on Logan and or Bobby Cat.
Well, now we've talked. You get a very good summary about Lavaca and what they have. What did we see last week that, from a Prairie Grove standpoint, that you really liked? And then on the flip side of that, what is it that you saw that would give you pause for concern?
Special teams will give me pause for concern right now. Last week we had a couple of kickoff returns that went a little bit longer than you'd like to see, plus a blocked extra point. I'm sure that got cleaned up. As far as Prairie Grove goes, do what you do. Run the football. They're 18-2 when they've outrushed their opponents over the last 25 games. Run the football. If they come out the way they did last week, the first team, and we're multiple out of the pistol formation, running the read option with Jacob Storley, they're going to be able to move the football. It's a matter of limiting turnovers, limiting penalties, and as we talked about 2 years ago, when we didn't have all the experience, when you get inside the red zone, score points. And that's what I think Prairie Grove needs to do. As long as they limit the penalties and the turnovers, they're going to be just fine.
Well, I would point out to those that are watching tonight on the webcast, we want to encourage you to go to pgtigersonline.com, go to the comments page, let us know where you're watching the game from. We have Zach, I'm looking at the painted field tonight as I'm sitting there, and they had it on a while ago. Actually, the camera guys had it on just a second, but very nice looking field tonight. The field looks really nice, green, and looks like they're ready to hit the gridiron tonight.
It's going to be a lot of fun. It's opening night. There's nothing better than opening night, and we're welcoming back the 1-4A champs. A little homecoming of sorts. Last time we played a football game here was against the Nashville Scrappers in a playoff game, and we all remember that. 41-34 was the final score in that game. It's going to be a fun night. I'm looking forward to it. I think Lavaca is on the uptick a little bit. This is a team that from 2006 to 2009 averaged 8.5 wins per season. Last 3 years, they've only won 6 football games, an average of 2 a year. So they've got good size on both their offensive and defensive lines. They're going to try and run the football. They're very multiple on offense. You'll see some I formations, some pistol formations. You'll see things coming out of the spread, some read option type things. And they've got the people to do it. They've got experience in their backfield, and they should cause Prairie Grove at least give them a better game than they have the last couple of years. Lynn, I was looking at some of the numbers from last year, and I mentioned earlier that Lavaca was held to 50 yards in total offense. Lavaca's longest run last year, 7 yards. The longest play in the entire game for Lavaca was 10 yards. So while we may not have that kind of a defensive output this time around, I think Lavaca's a little bit better. That's pretty much, I think we're going to see that trend continue. I think we should see Prairie Grove roll through and get to 1-0.
Well, that's you always want to start off. Everyone gets excited right now because they're all at the same place.
Yep. Yep. Everybody's undefeated at this point.
Everybody's undefeated. There's always that. Everyone is excited. Last week in the college ranks, everyone started off that way and
worked out for Oregon State, didn't it?
Didn't work out so well for them, but I know that a lot of Razorback fans feeling good about their season as they go. But I also want to mention a lot of our new sponsors and some of our old. Of course, PG Telco, who's been with us the entire time, makes it possible with all the servers and stuff. And they're sponsoring this year, Zach. They will be sponsoring all the scores. Every time Prairie Grove scores a touchdown, they will be contributing to Prairie Grove Athletics and
$30 per touchdown. I like that.
$30 per touchdown. Also sponsoring this year, Lewis Automotive. They're back with us. Steak and Shake. We'll be having the Steak and Shake player of the game that we've had in the past.
How about the Steak and Shake announcer of the game? It's a two-man race. We could always have Cove.
You'll be undefeated with that. And Shelter Insurance here locally, and then the Bank of Fayetteville. The Prairie Grove Christian Church has also joined us as a sponsor, and Clorox. And they have also one of our sponsors. So a lot of new sponsors this year, and glad to have them on board. And they help make it possible for us to have the webcast, help make it possible to, with various things in Prairie Grove Athletics. We appreciate them, and we'll be running various spots from them throughout the evening tonight. Well, speaking of those spots, let's take a couple of moments and a break, and we'll be back with you in a moment.
Life can come at you from a lot of different directions, and you need to be prepared with the proper insurance. Let John Galligan of the Galligan Insurance Alliance make sure that you, your loved ones, and your home and all that's near and dear to you is properly covered. You see, the Galligan Insurance Alliance is an independent insurance agent and allows him the flexibility to shop the very best policy at the very best price, and this gives you the coverage and the peace of mind that you need at the rate that fits your budget. It's the best case scenario when it comes to covering all that is near and dear to you. Check them out on Facebook or drop by the website GalliganInsuranceAlliance.com. And you can always call 479-282-0605, 479-282-0605. The Galligan Insurance Alliance. Life can come at. I wonder if Buck Lewis had any idea as to what he was starting when he sold his first Ford back in 1946. He was on the square in Fayetteville. Then Tom and Herb Lewis made the move to the current location on North College back in 1969. But through all those years, a Lewis has always been at the helm, and that tradition continues today. It's that kind of family value and heritage that makes Lewis Automotive the place to buy your next vehicle. Be it a Ford, Dodge, Chrysler, Ram, or Jeep, new or used, you can still find a Lewis standing behind every single deal. Award-winning service, 6 locations, and over 1,000 vehicles. It's amazing. A lot has changed, but the Lewis heritage and tradition continues. Lewis Automotive, proudly serving Northwest Arkansas since 1946. I wonder if Buck Lewis had any idea as to what he was starting. Love God, love others, and serve others. The simple motto of Prairie Grove Christian Church. Whether it's supporting missionaries in Japan, or on the Ivory Coast of Africa, or doing mission work in Guatemala, or building homes in Mississippi or Alabama, or the fun for the entire family of Upward Basketball, you'll find the members seeking to show our love for God through our love for our neighbors. If you're looking for a church home, we invite you to experience PGCC firsthand. We have convenient service times with services on Sunday at 9 and 10:30. And trust us, we have plenty of activities for the kids. Prairie Grove Christian Church, serving Western Washington County and beyond. Love God, love others, and serve others. Prairie Grove Christian Church. Love God, love others, and serve others.
Okay, we're back and getting ready to play in the alma maters of both schools as Lavaca plays their alma mater.
It's just good to hear a band.
That's what high school football is all about. There's something about, especially in small town America, it's just great because you get this feeling the town's here. It's great as I walk up. I see, many of the same fans over the years as you walk up into the box here, and then the sound of a band. That's just part of it.
Well, as you know, I live across the street from a high school, and every morning the band's out there at 7:30 in the morning. You might as well just put a helmet on me because I'm ready to go hit somebody. I may hit the trash man. Let's do this.
That's the other thing that makes it all right is hearing that national anthem. And now, Zach, one other thing I want to point out is that for the second year in a row, we have our tunnel here as well.
Yep, that thing makes road trips now. It's going to make trips. It will be making appearances in West Fork. Will be the next stop for the tunnel. Made an appearance last year in Stuttgart. So I'm all excited to see the tunnel make the trip. And yeah, things are growing by leaps and bounds. If you think about it, when we started back in 2011, and it was you, me, and a box. This whole thing has just changed completely, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has. And it's funny. The year before that, it was very similar with Kendall and Dennis Gill and myself. We seemed to find a way to do it. We had wires going all over the place, and now it's
now we're a well-oiled machine.
Yeah, it's great, and that's I want to recognize our East Lab students that are here helping us tonight. We have Ethan Sam is over here producing for us, and Patrick Jordan, he'll be also helping out.
Patrick's third year with us?
Second or third year
with us.
And then Casey Stamps is up on the camera, as well as Sam Dodd will also be helping out on the camera. So we got our East Lab students. We appreciate them. And just like, this is our first official game. We were scrambling a little bit tonight. 5 hours ago, I was on Times Square in New York, and now, standing here in Prairie Grove. They got a lot of work done today with some of the commercials and stuff, and so we really, really are proud of them for what they've been able to accomplish today. And also want to appreciate Jake McBride for all the work that he helps out with preparations for the webcast. Our captains for tonight's game for us is Prairie Grove Tigers, Jacob Storley, Bobby Catt, and Connor West. For Lavaca, number 34.
That's Kobe Graves, and 21 is Anthony Todaro. We'll be calling their names quite a bit tonight. And Todaro, the leading returning rusher from last year, over 700 yards, so he'll be called a lot.
And we talked about him in the pregame last year. I remember now.
We talked about him 2 years in the pregame. He's kind of their jack of all trades. He's certainly their best athlete. They're going to try and get him the ball. Sometimes, as the coach says, they're going to force the ball to him. He's their breakaway threat. He's their home run hitter, and if Lavaca's going to get some things done tonight, it's going to be with number 21.
Well, excellent. Well, we're 2 minutes and 56 seconds away from kickoff, and it looks like
Lavaca won the toss.
Lavaca won the toss
and the ball.
And elected to receive.
Interesting.
You don't see that as much, back in the old days before you got to elect. You just had, if you won the toss, you received always. Now
they must be feeling pretty good about that offense.
Well, maybe, you talked about how we held them in check last year defensively. Maybe they want to come out tonight and say, hey, guys, this isn't the same Lavaca
It's going to be
team.
a different looking offense that you'll see from Lavaca. Last year it was kind of it was like playing in a phone booth. They lined up in the power I and tried to out-muscle you. Now they're going to spread you out a little bit. As I mentioned earlier, they've got a receiver, Alex Voss, who's 6'3", 170 pounds, and will create some mismatches on the outside. So we'll see what Lavaca's got. I think they're trending in the right direction. They've got 13 starters back and a lot of guys that have played a lot of football for Lavaca in the last couple of years.
And you're talking about things that you might see in the first game, such as sometimes you see penalties, turnovers. When you have that kind of experience, that sometimes will you would expect that to alleviate some of that, and we may see that from them tonight.
Yep. That's going to be a big part of their game. Is if they don't make mistakes and they play sound football, they can hang around and make this really, really uncomfortable. Here, I'll get that for you.
I hear something that's very familiar to you in the background.
I
there,
do.
Zach.
That's the Notre Dame fight song.
And here come the Prairie Grove Tigers, 2013 version. And leading them out on the field,
Jack Reynolds.
Jack Reynolds, and he's, I was very, very impressed with him last week, Zach, as someone who would come in and really step up. You needed someone to replace Jacob Call, and he looked like he's ready to do that.
They may not be as big as last year, but I guarantee you they're a lot faster. They're going to be quicker at just about every position, and I think you're going to enjoy Boyd Sparkman playing the nose. We can call him the groundhog because he's short, compact, low to the ground, and he just fights you.
I love Zach. You always have great nicknames. Always have great.
I'm
nicknames.
disappointed tonight. Marcus Prince is out with an injury.
Oh, I got some feedback.
So did I.
I got some feedback on our Prince jokes last week.
Yeah, there will be no "Let's go crazy, let's go nuts" this week, but the groundhog will be. He will be. Can we call him the honey badger?
No.
Go with the groundhog. Okay.
Yeah, I like the groundhog. I'm looking out here. Marcus Cole, number 65, pretty good size kid there for.
They've got good size. They've got good size. It just hasn't played a lot. It's inexperienced. Their strength is in their back seven and in their backfield on offense. They've got some new guys that they've interchanged on offense.
And who do we have kicking tonight, Zach?
That would be Clement Uto. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm going to go with Clement.
Clement.
He gets like a soccer name, like Pele or.
Yeah, it's a one name.
It's a
Clement.
one name. Clement. You know who he is? He's our kicker.
Well, we encourage those that are watching, and for those that may be watching from Lavaca who were unable to make the trip, we welcome you and wish you guys a good game tonight. So here, getting ready to kick is Clement Gautron.
Just go with Clement.
Clement, we'll do it. Here comes Clement with the kick, and it's a good kick. It's gonna be fielded right about the 20-yard line. That's nice.
This
return.
is what we talked about.
And it's a fumble on the play. Oh no! Here we go. Hey, Luke Brown on the return. There's a fumble. There's a scramble for it, and the Prairie Grove Tigers have it. The Tigers have it.
Where'd they come up with it? On
Edgar Martinez, he gets the fumble, so the kickoff.
On the first play of the game last year, Lavaca turned it over.
And they decided that they wanted to get the ball first, Zach, only to turn it. It was a nice return by Brown. Brown brought it about 20 yards. He fielded it right at the 20, got it to the 40, broke a couple of tackles. And now the Tigers are going to start in great field position. The ball at the 40-yard line. Sparkman comes over the ball. Here comes Storley underneath. First carry is Logan Bartholomew. Bartholomew, he's over the 35 down to the 33-yard line. Tackle made by number 75, Isaiah Sheppy. So about a 7-yard gain there.
That's the way you like to start. Like I said, the last year, first play of the game, Lavaca turned the ball over. Cooper hit Halbert for the touchdown, and we were off and running. The more things change, the more they stay the same.
This time it's Bobby Cat. Bobby Cat's hit right at the line of scrimmage. Bobby Cat's going to pick up a couple yards down to about the 32-yard line. Going to bring up 3rd down and 2. They're going to spot it at the 33, so pick up maybe of a yard. So we're going to come 3rd down and let's call it 3 to go.
I like read option here. That's where Big Dylan's in.
I was just looking at him. Dylan Sainer is a good-sized young man.
They're going to find ways to make mismatches with him.
Listed at 6'6", 221. He's every bit of that.
He should be able to collapse that left side anytime he wants to.
Bobby Cat in motion. Quick pitch out to Bartholomew.
Logan.
Bartholomew, he's got the corner. Yes, 20, 15, 10, 5. Give
Touchdown.
him 6.
There
Give him
we
6.
go.
3 plays, 40 yards. The Tigers are in the end zone. Logan Bartholomew, once he gets that corner, you're not going to catch him, Zach. And that's
unbelievable. That's the way you like to start a season off. Turnover, long run, touchdown.
3 plays, 40 yards, and there is the first $30 from PG
$30
Telco.
from PG Telco. I'm afraid to tell you guys, there are going to be a number of donations tonight.
Yeah, there it is. And now Clemon in for the extra point. Clemon. Chamberlain to hold. Clemon with the extra point. It's through the uprights. It's
Don't
good.
hit my car.
And it's
I
7-0.
like it.
And what a way to start. 10 minutes, 23 seconds to go. The score, the Prairie Grove Tigers 7, Lavaca 0.
PG Telco is the proud sponsor of PGTigersOnline.com, where you can find out all the very latest of what's going on with all the sports teams right here in Prairie Grove. But PG Telco is more, a lot more. They offer phone, internet, long-distance services, and bundles, making it all affordable. And that includes DirecTV. For your home or office, staying connected to the fast-paced world is as easy as calling PG Telco. Call 846-7200. That's 846-7200. PG Telco, built on community, focused on progress. PG Telco is the proud sponsor of PG Tigers.
All right. Well, Zach, what a great way to start this game. And
The more things change, the more they stay the same. I mean, this was the recipe last year. Turnovers turn into points, and Prairie Grove's off and running. 10:23 to go.
for those that may have not been with us, Clemon is he's from France, exchange student, and he's the kick again, another high kick. It's going to be fielded again right about the 20. And that was Luke Brown again. This time he's able to hang on to it. Gets it close back to the 40-yard line, to the 36, 37-yard line. So
Oh, we got a hold. It's Tadaro.
Darrow on the carry. He picks up about 5 yards on the play. He's going to get it up close to the 42-yard line. It's going to be 2nd down and 5.
And that's what you're going to see. You're going to see that power O to the right, to the left, and then they're going to come. They'll spread you out and run that read option. And Mr. Headley, he's the guy. Forward. That's Colby Graves. He's the horse.
And Graves gets over the 50. He's brought down by Bobby Cat. They're in Prairie Grove territory at the 49. 2 nice plays. They picked up about 14 yards on 2 carries here, Zach.
This is their MO. It's power football.
Just right in the eye, and now again, they're going to give it right up the middle there. That's Graves again, and this time he's going to be brought down. You got Reynolds, Bartholomew, Diebold, and also on the tackle number 91, Orrin Hacker. So several of the Tigers there, but not before he picks up another 6 yards. So the Lavaca Golden Arrows running the ball right at Prairie Grove right now with success. 9:30 to go here in the first half. Tigers with a quick score, leading 7-0. There's Tadaro. He gets inside. Bobby Cat. Going to stop him just short of the first down at the Prairie Grove 40. So they bring up 3rd down and 1.
You know what they're doing? They're coming up to the line quick, not letting Prairie Grove get a read and get that, create havoc, mismatches, all that kind of stuff. They're coming up to the line. They're snapping the ball and getting into their offense.
It's 3rd down and a very short yard to go, and I'll tell you, with the way Graves is going, well, I would think, well, no, they're going to go
to Tadaro.
Tadaro, he's got the 1st down. Nodier gets him that time. Diebold helping out. He's at the 30, They're going to spot it at the 38-yard line, I believe.
Even closer than that, the 36 it looks like.
37-yard line, it looks like 30. So the 37, it's another first down for the Golden Arrows. So they're moving the ball well. They started their first possession with the kickoff fumble. The Tigers take over, score in 3 plays, but this time, now from the shotgun is Headley.
And this is the pistol that they'll run the read off
Graham,
of.
And they're going to give the ball to Graham. Graham breaks a couple tackles, and now Graham still on his feet, finally brought down. Sugg, Bobby Cat. Connor West also helping out, as is Jack Reynolds. So the Tigers are getting guys around the ball, but it's 5 or 6 yards down the field, Zach.
And this was a period of adjustment. This isn't the offense that they ran last year. Last year's offense was a little bit more vanilla, playing in a phone booth, and we'll see some adjustments here. And when Prairie Grove starts bringing the blitzes, I think you'll see some of this go away.
Headley now under center. He gives to Graves and Connor West, Diebold, Nodier.
26.
And Bartholomew, but several of the Tigers in there. Again, 4 Tigers. You know, there's like 3 or 4 guys there every time, but not before they pick up 4 or 5 yards. Now they're at the Prairie Grove 26. This drive started at their own 37. So
I think you got to start crashing down on that on the fullback and make Headley make a decision instead of letting him read you. You know, make him pull it out and make him run it.
Back in the eye again. There's Tadero, and he goes
Couple
right
of
up
his
the
tackles.
middle.
Yep.
And Storley, and that is also J.D. Speed helping out. But, boy, those are the guys you don't want to see make tackles on those kind of runs, because that means they're hitting the secondary, Zach.
Yeah, they give credit to Lavaca. They're moving people around up front, and it's first drive. You know, everybody's a little bit nervous.
They've got
Prairie Grove will get it settled down.
They got decent size up there on the line, and now first and goal from the Prairie Grove 12. Headley comes under center. They're just driving right down, and now he's going to Headley.
Yeah, see, that's what you got to do. Is you got to make him make a decision.
Speed on the tackle.
He still came up with 3 yards.
3 yards. That's 7.5 minutes to go here in the first half. Tigers leading 7-0, but Lavaca now inside the 10 at the Prairie Grove 9-yard line. Tadero again.
It's just that
He's
power
hit.
O.
Oh, they got him that time.
Now, you knew eventually they'd close that down.
Diebold hit him first, and then several of Tigers, West, Reynolds, Hacker, all come in to help out as well. So now, for the first time tonight, Lavaca's got 3rd and long. Let's call it 3rd and 8 for Lavaca.
Well, they've run that power O play 3 or 4 times to that left side, and you knew it was just a matter of time before they'd close it down.
Now, Headley's going to be in the shotgun. He's got Graves behind him. Now they're going to pass for the first time tonight, looking wide open, number 17. And he's in the end zone. Touchdown, Lavaca. The Golden Arrows score completed to number 17, Levi Voss.
Levi Voss, he's 6'3". He's a tough mismatch. Whoever the corner was on that side bailed.
Yeah, he was left wide open, 2-yard line. He was there, and Lavaca scores. Now Headley to hold for the extra point by Tadero. Boy, those guys do everything for him. Kick, run, punt, snap, a good snap, and that's right down the middle. And we have a tie football game with 6 minutes and 40 seconds to go. The score, the Prairie Grove Tigers 7, Lavaca Golden Arrows 7.
Something's missing. Your life just seems to have that little something that hasn't fallen into place. And you've tried all the world has to offer, and you still have that empty feeling. Does it sound way too familiar? Well, Prairie Grove Christian Church invites you to experience God on a personal level. And don't worry about being judged. We all have sinned and fall short of the glory. But at Prairie Grove Christian Church, we're all about loving God, loving others, and serving others. And PGCC has something for every member of the family. Kids, youth, adults, and more. And 2 services on Sunday that you're sure to find one that fits your schedule and your needs. Simply put, God tells us to seek Him first, and all these things will be added unto you. What are all these things? It's called a Christian life, and we invite you to feel the difference this Sunday at Prairie Grove Christian Church. Something.
Well, now to kick is Tadero. Bartholomew Cat back
Good kick.
deep. Bartholomew's hit right around the 20-yard line. It was fielded by Blake Falk. And the Tigers are going to start inside their own 20. So for the second time tonight, the Tigers come on to the field. First time they had a lot better field position when they started at the 40-yard line of Lavaca. This time they'll start at their own 19. Matter of fact, they're going to start at the 18-yard line. So 6:32 to go here in the first quarter, and Lavaca said, hey, this isn't the same team that they've already, on their first drive, gotten more yards than they did the entire game last year, Zach.
Yeah, they did 11 plays, 64 yards, 3:43 off the clock, and give them credit. They have been trending this way and getting better.
That is Nick Sugg right up the middle. He's going to pick up 4 or 5 yards there. So nice run by Nick.
As I said in the pregame, this is a team that from 06 to 09 averaged 8.5 wins a year. I mean, this is a team that's had some success. And, the last 2 years they've only won 6 football games. But these kids that they've got playing right now have been playing for 3 years, playing varsity football for 3 years. They took their lumps. Here they are taking their best shot.
I'm looking at down there, Kyler Smith, big off defensive tackle there. And there's Bobby Cat. Look at Bobby Cat.
Later, Bobby.
Look at Bobby. Hey, 50.
He's gone.
40.
He gone.
30. Is Austin there going to catch him? No, he won't get
I
Bobby
don't think
Cat
so.
6. Hey. Bobby Cat goes 73 yards. And the Tigers strike quick again. 2 plays, 82 yards. And most of it done by Bobby Cat.
That was nice. That's that wingback reverse. They've been pounding the right side, or excuse me, the left side of the offensive line, and then all of a sudden they come back with that quick the halfback trap, and boom, he's away for it was 76 yards.
Was it 76?
76.
Let me cut him any slack there.
Give him the extra 3.
So now Clement in for the extra point. Chamberlain to hold, kick down in the air.
It's good.
14-7. So the Tigers have run a total of 5 plays with 2 touchdowns. That's 40%. That's not too bad.
Well, that will work.
Wow.
That was I'll get the official stats on that drive here in just a second for you.
Well, again, PG Telco sponsoring the Prairie Grove touchdowns this year. We appreciate that. And, boy, they've had 2 already in the first half. So thank you, PG Telco.
PG Telco, built on community, focused on progress. But what does that mean to you? It means that you get to keep up with all your sporting events associated with Prairie Grove Athletics on a website furnished and maintained by PG Telco. It means that the folks at PG Telco have an interest in you, your kids, your school, and your community. And they're focused on progress. They're committed to bringing you the very latest in technology for your home or your office, for telephone, internet, long distance, or direct TV. Think PG Telco. Built on community, focused on progress.
Okay, here comes Clement with a kick. And again, almost the same place, going to be fielded again by Brown right at the 18-yard line. And Brown, looking for running room, cuts back. This time they're going to wrap him up about the 30.
That's what we like to see.
First hit that time by Dakota Hutchinson. D-Bold also helping out. Cole McClellan also in there, so a lot of the Tigers there. They're going to start at the 31-yard line.
Drive was 2 plays, 82 yards, 50 seconds off the clock, and $30 from PG Telco.
PG Telco, one of our sponsors.
There
look
it
at
is.
that. And a quick pitch, a
good
nice
play.
job.
Nice play.
Nice play. And
Nope.
another fumble on the play, and the Tigers that's Logan Bartholomew. He's going to have it. Headley had a heads-up play there, able to get it away. But now the turnover, and I believe
They're going to call him down?
yeah, no.
Prairie Grove ball.
Prairie Grove ball at the 45. So a second turnover. Lavaca. Boy, unfortunate for the Golden Arrows, but what is their misfortune is the Prairie Grove's fortune. So.
And what did we talk about with Prairie Grove? Don't turn the ball over, no penalties, all that kind of stuff, and it's really starting to haunt. It's starting to haunt them right now.
And what's interesting about that, Zach, is you and I talked about that we thought they are probably more experienced as far as the number of guys who have played and they've already had 2 turnovers, and now the Tigers are starting at the 45-yard line of Lavaca. So those short fields help the Tigers, and now quick pitch. This time Nick Sugg. He's got a man wide open. That's Notier. Notier at the 20. Oh, no, Notier at the 10. He almost dropped it. I think he was surprised. He was so all alone. He thought he flipped the ball there.
Well, I got to tell you, I've been watching Prairie Grove football for a long time. I've never seen that before.
And that's Casey Neiman on the tackle. You'll have to ask Scotty, has he ever thrown a pass before?
Has Nick ever thrown a pass before? In the backyard, apparently.
I thought he shot put that thing. Regardless, it got to him, and it's Prairie Grove now inside the 10. Storley under center. And there is Nick Sugg.
Straight up the middle.
He fumbled the ball. But they're going to give him a touchdown. Hey, give him 6. Nick Sugg crosses the goal line in time for the touchdown. Give him 6. Prairie Grove now 7 plays, 3 touchdowns.
They're definitely cooking on offense. There's no question about that.
PG Telco sponsoring these touchdowns. There's been 3 of them already here in the first quarter. They had a lot of confidence, and I hope their budget's large for this year. Here comes Clement in for the extra point. Chamberlain to hold. I've said that 3 times already tonight. Good snap. Kick on the way.
Nice kick.
Right down the middle. And the Tigers, with 5 minutes to go here in the first quarter, the score, Prairie Grove 21, Lavaca 7.
Online.com, where you can find out all the very latest of what's going on with all the sports teams right here in Prairie Grove. But PG Telco is more, a lot more. They offer phone, internet, long-distance services, and bundles, making it all affordable. And that includes DirecTV. For your home or office, staying connected to the fast-paced world is as easy as calling PG Telco. Call 846-7200. That's 846-7200. PG Telco, built on community, focused on progress.
Okay, Larry out there wanting us to. He wants to hear us a little more. Henry down in Russellville. Henry's there.
Your drive summary: 2 plays, 45 yards, $30. PG Telco. Prairie Grove right now 7 plays on offense, 167 yards.
167 yards already in 7 minutes of football.
Just in case you're a math major, that's 23.9 per play.
But 7 plays, 3 touchdowns, and that kick. This time fielded, that is Neiman. Casey Neiman gets it out almost a 30 speed on the tackle. Also helping out on that tackle is Sam Dodd. So those that may have heard me recognizing Sam Dodd, no, Sam Dodd's not on the field and on the camera at the same time. Sister is on the camera, Samantha, and brother's on the field.
Wait a minute.
Oh, and there we go.
We've got a Dodd on the sidelines named Sam, a Dodd on the camera named Sam, and I think Dad is named Sam.
Oh, Sam.
That's what I'm liking. It keeps things simple.
I got Sam. I was going to say Jack Reynolds and J.D. Speed on that tackle, loss of a yard, and now the Tigers' defense tightened up a little bit the last couple plays other than the touchdown, because they did a good job when they got inside the 10. Now,
I think you'll see them make some adjustments to what they were seeing. Lavaca switched the offense.
And now a head fake, and they had Bobby Cat bit. And this time Voss is going to drop it. He was open. He did a head fake. Bobby Cat
can't do that.
Storley also on the coverage there with Cat, but boy, he got him to bite, Zach.
Yeah, and Bobby's got to keep his head out of the backfield, keep his eyes on the man.
And Bobby's coming off. Coach Lair is going to chat with him a little bit about that. Sam Dodd comes in over there. Prairie Grove student section rising up here, 3rd down and 11 for the Golden Arrows.
We got a guy uncovered.
And there's Speed. He's coming after him. Oh,
yep.
and complete. Nice job there, Luke Brown. We actually had that play pretty well done there for a moment, but a nice play by the Golden Arrows. Boy, Speed didn't quite have enough speed to get there that time. He almost got to him. He was coming.
Yeah, they ran a corner blitz with JD coming off the corner, but they left the middle receiver in that trips formation. They left him unguarded. And
Lavaca converts a 3rd and 11.
Not going to see that very often this year, I don't think. Not against this defense.
1st and 10 for Lavaca. Ball at their own 44-yard line. And there's Tadero. He's got a little run room. He's got a 1st down. He jukes Storley, and now Storley able to catch him from behind, but not before Tadero gets inside the 20 down to the 19-yard line. Inside the 30 to the 29. They're going to spot him at the 28-yard line, so 1st and 10 at the 28.
Limit the big chunk plays, and I think you're going to be all right. Everybody got bottled up inside, and Tadero's not going to run in between the tackles very often. He's looking to bounce everything to the outside. Everybody can stay in their lane, stay home. I think they'll have a little bit more success.
Well, that success on the pass there helped out, I think, a little bit on that run, and now I don't know if Headley ever handed it to Graves or not.
I don't think he did. He's going to wind up getting a couple out of it.
Well, Reynolds and Sparkman both on the tackle. Pick up of maybe a yard on the play. He's going to bring up 2nd down and 9. Just under 3 minutes to go here in the 1st quarter. Tigers have striked often and quick here, leading 21-7. Now Headley coming under center in the I formation. And he's
Nodier got him. Intercepted.
I think it's gonna. Let's see what they have here.
Got a conference.
They're gonna talk about it.
First down.
1st down Tigers. Nick Sugg with an interception. That was close, Zach. It looked. I'll be honest. It looked to me like it bounced.
It was close, but you know what? We're not going to argue with the referees.
With no instant replay, it is an interception
Now we're
and
gonna
a
get
flag on the
penalty?
play.
For
I
what?
believe that's going to be unsportsmanlike. I think I saw a Lavaca player, but I'm not going to say that for sure. But they could have been. Oh, it's a 1st down, and sideline warning is the call. The sideline warning is the call. I saw one of the Lavaca players kind of stomp, right there in front of the ref, so I thought maybe that was it. And I would have probably stomped too, because I would have been frustrated with that.
That's 3 first-quarter turnovers for Lavaca. You can't have that.
And they've moved the ball well,
Yes,
Zach.
they have.
They've moved the ball well, so turnovers have hurt the Golden Arrows. And the Tigers have run 7 plays and have 3 touchdowns. And now with the ball again, this time they'll be starting at their own 27. 2:37 to go here in the 1st quarter. And will they strike pay dirt in? This time we got J.D. Speed and Nick Sugg in the backfield. And now Storley rolling to his right, looking, throws. And that one's almost intercepted. Neiman on the coverage there. Wasn't a good-looking pass that time by Storley.
No, he's definitely thrown better passes than that.
.231 to go here in the 1st quarter. Nodier bringing the play in from the sideline. 17 seconds to go on the play clock. Down to 12 now. In the I formation, there's Speed right up the middle. He's going to only get about 3 yards, so it's going to bring up 3rd down and 7 for the Tigers. Third down It looks like they spot him at the 29, so it's going to be 3rd down and 8 for the Tigers. 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Speed, Sugg, Bobby Cat at the wing. And now Storley again rolling to his right, and he's got plenty of time, and he's got Bobby Cat.
Wide open.
Bobby
Nice.
Cat at the 30, 20, 10. Give Bobby Cat 6. There we go.
Unbelievable. Bobby was wide open.
Bobby Cat with another touchdown. His second long one of the game. That one was 72 yards pass from Storley. The other one was a 76-yard run.
Wow.
And PG Telco sponsoring another Prairie Grove touchdown. Clement in for his 4th extra point try of the night. And I do think he inherited Landon's shoes.
Well, that's a good thing if you're going to inherit somebody's shoes. Landon's not a bad person to take them from.
Here comes the snap. It's good. The extra point right down the center, and it's 28-7. And with 1:44 to go here in the first quarter, with the Prairie Grove Tigers off of 3 turnovers, lead 28-7.
Means that you get to keep up with all your sporting events associated with Prairie Grove Athletics on a website furnished and maintained by PG Telco. It means that the folks at PG Telco have an interest in you, your kids, your school, and your community. And they're focused on progress. They're committed to bringing you the very latest in technology for your home or your office. For telephone, internet, long distance, or direct TV, think PG Telco. Built on community, focused on progress. PG
Clement to kick again for the 5th time tonight, because he kicked off to start the game after a turnover, Zach, and now after 4 touchdowns. So this is his 5th kickoff of the game in the first quarter.
Leg's going to be tired.
And it's the same play. And another fumble. And that's Tadero. He picks it up, though. He's got a little runner. He's got a wall there.
Yeah, this is what we don't want to see.
And Tadero, he's got running room, and I think he may go all the way. Tadero at the 20, 10, 5, touchdown. Lavaca was So he fumbled it to start, and then that may have actually caused a little bit of a pause there from the Tigers, and he got the corner and went all the way.
That's what we talked about, special teams. Special teams, special teams, special teams.
28-13, so been a lot of fireworks here in the first quarter, Zach. Oh, they go for 2, and now Headley throws against his back, and that is incomplete. So with 1:28 to go, the score, the Prairie Grove Tigers 28, Lavaca Golden Arrows 13.
Take a stroll down memory lane as you stride into Steak and Shake. Steak and Shake, where things are done the old-fashioned way. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and even late night, you'll find only the best. Breakfast to die for, a lunch offering fresh burgers and fries, and dinner platters that are sure to keep you coming back for more. And did we mention hand-dipped shakes, as well as a great selection of desserts? It all awaits you at Steak and Shake, located just south of the mall. Steak and Shake, life needs flavor. At you from a lot of different directions, and you need to be prepared with the proper insurance. Let John Galligan of the Galligan Insurance Alliance make sure that you, your loved ones, and your home and all that's near and dear to you is properly covered. You see, the Galligan Insurance Alliance is an independent insurance agent and allows him the flexibility to shop the very best policy at the very best price, and this gives you the coverage and the peace of mind that you need at the rate that fits your budget. It's the best case scenario when it comes to covering all that is near and dear to you. Check them out on Facebook or drop by the website GalliganInsuranceAlliance.com.
Arrow to kick, and it's kind of an onside kick, and it's going to be recovered by the Golden Arrows. I believe they got that, Zach.
Special teams, special teams,
Wow.
special teams.
They needed something good to happen for them, and now with that, now the Golden Arrows are going to have the ball at Prairie Grove 32-yard line. A very strategic move there. a very good, I'll tell you what, that's one of the best onside kicks I've seen in a while as far as the bounce he got on that thing. So now, Lavaca back on the field, 1:24 to go. We may have one more touchdown here before the end of the first quarter. Wow. Jack Reynolds and Nodier bring down Tanner Graham. So Graham picks up 6 yards, so it's going to be second down and 4, long 4. And Graham again, he bulldozes his way, and
Prairie Grove's not getting much of a push against this Lavaca offensive line. The defense isn't getting a lot of penetration. When they do, it's coming from the corners.
Edgar Martinez and Nodier and Bartholomew on the stop. 32 seconds to go here in the first quarter. 3rd down and 2. And this is what Lavaca's, when they get that 3rd down and short, has been successful for them. They're going to get one more playoff here in this first quarter. And
what you worry about is on a night like this, Prairie Grove's not exceptionally deep. If Lavaca keeps pounding away and pounding away and pounding away, you wonder what kind of effect that's going to have in the fourth quarter.
And Headley just kind of
a little push there from Kobe Graves.
He's going to be, well,
they're going to give it to him.
First down. They didn't even measure. So that's going to do it probably here for the first quarter. 5-4. That's going to do it. Well, after one quarter of play, Zach, it's been an exciting game. The score, the Prairie Grove Tigers, 28. Lavaca Golden Arrows, 13.
When he sold his first Ford back in 1946. He was on the square in Fayetteville. Then Tom and Herb Lewis made the move to the current location on North College back in 1969. But through all those years, a Lewis has always been at the helm, and that tradition continues today. It's that kind of family value and heritage that makes Lewis Automotive the place to buy your next vehicle. Be it a Ford, Dodge, Chrysler, Ram, or Jeep, new or used, you can still find a Lewis standing behind every single deal. Award-winning service, 6 locations, and over 1,000 vehicles. It's amazing. A lot has changed, but the Lewis heritage and tradition continues. Lewis Automotive, proudly serving Northwest Arkansas since 1946. For all things black and gold, for young and old alike, you have to visit Crescent's in downtown Prairie Grove. From T-shirts to sweats, hats to hoodies, and everything in between, you'll find it at Crescent's. For all of your team wear, cheer, and pom needs, as well as backpacks and more, let Crescent's be the one stop for all things black and gold. But that's not all. They've been known to have a few Razorback goodies as well. Quality goods, great customer service, and hometown pride.
So the Golden Arrow is going to start the second quarter, 1st and 10 at the Prairie Grove 22, and Tigers still getting guys on the field here at the last minute. There's going to be a penalty on the Tigers. Connor West stops Graves. Boy, the Tigers are lucky they didn't get a penalty, Zach. We had 12 men on the field.
They're shuffling guys in and out, and I think that's going to be their MO all season, is playing a lot of people.
Well, you got Eli Lopez out there now. And Eli, I think that's the first time I've seen him out there tonight.
Yeah, he got a lot of time in the Huntsville scrimmage. He got a lot of time in the black and gold game. It's a guy they're going to have to count on for depth.
I wonder if Tadero got hurt. He's not been back in since the
I think this is the elephant package. Those are 2 big boys back there, Graham and Graves.
There's Graham. He gets the corner, and Bobby Cat, nice tackle. Storley helping him out as well. He's going to get down to about the 16. So it's going to bring up 3rd down and 5. Oh, no, they're going to mark it just outside the 17-yard line. So 3rd down and 6, let's call it.
Well, this is where you got to get some pressure here. They haven't shown the want. I mean, this is 2-down territory for Lavaca. Lavaca hasn't shown the want to throw the ball. So you got to figure they're going to come straight at you and get behind those big linemen. I mean, you look at a guy like Devin Croft, their left tackle. That's a big boy. I mean, they are big across the front.
I'm looking for Tadero over there on the sideline. I do not see him.
That would be a huge loss.
Timeout for Lavaca. So with 10:29 to go here in the first quarter, or second quarter, the score, Prairie Grove Tigers 28, Lavaca Golden Arrows 13.
Backpacks, and more, let Crescent's be the one stop for all things black and gold. But that's not all. They've been known to have a few Razorback goodies as well. Quality goods, great customer service, and hometown pride. Call 846-2801. That's 846-2801. Serving the Tiger Nation, it's Crescent's, 127 East Buchanan in downtown Prairie Grove. For a simple motto of Prairie Grove Christian Church, whether it's supporting missionaries in Japan or on the Ivory Coast of Africa, or doing mission work in Guatemala, or building homes in Mississippi or Alabama, or the fun for the entire family of Upward Basketball, you'll find the members seeking to show our love for God through our love for our neighbors. If you're looking for a church home, we invite you to experience PGCC firsthand. We have convenient service times with services on Sunday at 9 and 10:30. And trust us, we have plenty of activities for the kids. Prairie Grove Christian Church, serving Western Washington County and beyond. Love God, love others, and serve others. Prairie Grove.
Tadero is going to be sacked. That's Nick Sugg. Gets him back at the 30-yard line.
That's what I think they need to start doing, is dialing up some pressure from the outside. That's their specialty. We found Tadero.
Where did
he is losing his lunch on the far side.
Oh.
We found him. He's okay.
He's okay, just not feeling real well.
No. And if you're Prairie Grove, you got to keep your discipline here. You know, they've completed a 3rd and long on you. You know they're going to throw the ball. They're certainly not going to run it here. You got to do something with Voss down here on the bottom. He's their best and biggest receiver, and he creates mismatches. You got Bobby Cat one-on-one with him.
Complete, but going to be short.
Oh, I think he got a good spot.
I think he's
That's
still
close.
short. He's going to be short. They're going to measure it, but boy.
Yep, they're going to give it to Prairie Grove. Good
no,
job.
he did not make it. Storley makes a good tackle there, good coverage. Nice pitch and catch there by Lavaca, but short of a first down.
Surprising they did not even look Voss's way. He's been there. He's their big play receiver.
So the nice thing there is we did not, they got the onside kick, which kind of flipped their turnover that they started the game with. And so with that, they're able to come back, and now
the best part of this is I think for Prairie Grove, neither team's going to stop one another for a while here. I think Prairie Grove feels like they can score.
And that is Eli Lopez. Lopez gets up to about the 15-yard line.
Prairie Grove just needs to stay with what they've been doing, which is get the ball on the corners here and let the really talented running backs run the football.
Well, that was Prairie Grove's 11th play of the game. We have 4 touchdowns. It's just a great ratio.
Yeah, they're doing all right offensively. They're moving the ball at will. They've got Lavaca kind of on roller skates a little bit, but I think the halfback pass slowed down some of that pass rush too.
And you could say the flip side. I think they've kind of got us in different.
Yeah, they do. They are. I had a feeling they were trending in the right direction, but they are better than advertised.
There is Bobby Cat. He's going to be hit this time. Nice job there by Graves, also helping out Kyler Smith.
I don't know how you block him. That's like blocking a fire hydrant. I mean, he's compact, low to the ground. I mean, how do you get any sort of leverage on him?
We may have lost a yard on that one, so now it's 3rd down and 9.
Pretty much. Yeah. Yeah, could have done this tomorrow. I'm going to apologize in advance. I have jacked up the stat machine.
It's all right.
That Lynn stopped by my house to get on the way down there.
Now Storley fumbles the ball.
That's
just fall down on it, Jacob. That's going to bring up 4th down from our own 15-yard line. So for the first time tonight, we're going to see a punt from Prairie Grove. Nice defensive stands that time for Lavaca. So the second quarter, a little bit less fireworks than we had in the first. Now J.D. Speed in to punt for the Tigers. He'll be standing right
watching JD
right at his goal line. He's at probably the 1-yard line.
Watching JD during their warm-ups. He was really knocking him around. Tadaro's back in the game.
Nick Sugg gives a nice Snap and
good
a nice
kick.
high punt. Fair catch called for and retrieved.
Told you. Told you, JD.
Luke
he
Brown
was knocking
fields it at the 28. That was a sweet punt there. That was a
It's about a 34-yard kick, but no return. You net 34 on a punt. That's pretty darn good. Flips the field back around, puts them back on their side of the field, and now we got to go play defense again.
yeah, and he actually punted from his goal line. I mean, the actual, you're right as far as the stat, it would be 34, but he punted it right on his goal line, and he's putting it at their 49 and
In
it
the
was
air.
a high kick.
Yeah, and that's what you want on a
No
punt
return.
like that. No return, kick it as high as you can.
A net 32, 33, we'll take that. Actually 36 because we're at the 15-yard
That's true.
line.
Don't want to shortchange. Don't want to shortchange him. Here
There
comes
comes
Eli on the blitz.
Eli, he's coming, and they pick him up. There's the pitch.
Yep.
Out to the
Brandon's
Darryl,
got him.
Brandon,
Brandon's got him.
and
There we
Brandon
go.
Nodier first, and then he was
Brent
able
Griffin
to.
got him. The manimal.
Brett Gillum, you're right. He's
Well, I'm well versed in the manimal. He played very well in the black gold game. Played well last week against Huntsville.
5-yard loss on the play. He's going to bring up second down and 15 for the Golden Arrows. So
Prairie Grove is they're substituting freely along that defensive line. We got a brand new defensive line in there. Orrin Hacker's in. Jackson Diebold's over the nose. And they're moving guys in and out.
Headley's in the shotgun. Got Darryl back with him, and he's going to keep.
There you
and
go,
there's
Nick.
Nick Sugg. He's going to bring him down. He may have gained a yard. Nick Sugg, nice defensive stop there, and so.
Yeah, that's crashing on the read option. You make the quarterback make a decision fast, and Headley's he doesn't have time to make the decision. Nick's tackling everybody by the time he's trying to hand off the ball. Now you put him third and long, and this is certainly what Lavaca does not want.
Third and 14 for Lavaca.
This is hope and a prayer here. They're just going to throw it up to Voss as high as they can.
We're halfway through the second quarter, and there's been no scores.
Yeah, since all the fireworks at the end of the first quarter, there's been nothing.
And now Headley looks, throws,
Oh,
tipped
Nick.
by Nick Sugg.
Oh, he's down. Get him.
And now they're
Yeah,
going
there
to
you go.
lose yards on that one.
That's a great play. Nick is having a heck of a night.
J.D. Speed and Brandon Nodia and Nick Sugg with the block, or the tip, I should say. And they're going to lose that back to the 37-yard line.
Yep, now you make him kick. The great punt by J.D. Speed. Good play on defense. Flips the field around. Get the offense back on the field. Haven't seen Logan much here since the middle of the first quarter.
Well, he had Speed in last time, and
And I know that was sort of the plan, was running back by committee. You're going to see 8 to 10 guys carry the ball a night.
well, the thing with last time he was actually in, but they had Eli in there, and then they ran Eli, and we had the fumble there. So there's a flag on the
Yeah,
play.
we got motion.
And let's see, Bartholomew was able to field it, and he's going to be tackled. But not, boy, he's
Is
running
he?
hard.
Is he going to be tackled?
I think he drug Austin Douglas about 10 or 12
We got an
yards.
illegal shift on Lavaca. I think you decline that penalty and take
with
the
this
ball.
kind of field position, I think you just take it.
Lavaca is doing everything really quick. When they come onto the field, they're bringing subs in and out. They are snapping the ball quick, not giving Prairie Grove a chance to see the set and then make their adjustments in their blitz package.
I think you're right. Prairie Grove's going to decline this. They're going to get the ball at the 43-yard line, 42-yard line. So.
As much as we've seen the fireworks here in the first half, I would love to see a slow, methodical 5-minute drive here.
He moved the ball up a yard at the 43, so it's going to be 1st and 10. Prairie Grove, 5:08 to go here in the first quarter. Tigers.
In the pistol.
And there is another
Logan
pass.
right
There's
down
Logan,
the middle.
but
He's
they're not
gone.
going to catch him.
No way.
Give him 6.
I'll tell you what, nobody even looked at Logan. He came out of the backfield from that wingback position, ran right down the seam. They didn't even see him.
And there it is, 34-13, and right in the seam there was Logan. And hey, with that much space, you weren't going to catch him.
Jacob looks really comfortable. When he drops back to pass, he doesn't look like a guy who hasn't played in 3 years. He just looks really, really comfortable.
Well, after that first
After the first wounded quail,
yeah.
everything's looked really, really good. I mean, he hit Bobby on the long touchdown run. That's another long touchdown
and
run.
he hit him right there in stride. So now here comes Clemon for the extra point.
I wonder if his parents are watching.
Boy, we could add. I think France has already been on our webcast, but we can have a second or
Whew,
third there. And there
drove
he
that
is.
one through.
Goes through 35-13, and Tigers, I believe, have run 14 plays now, Zach, with 5 touchdowns.
I see what you're doing. That's another $30 from PG Telco to the Prairie Grove High School.
There we go. So let's take a quick break. We'll be back with you for another kickoff.
PG Telco is the proud sponsor of PGTigersOnline.com, where you can find out all the very latest of what's going on with all the sports teams right here in Prairie Grove. But PG Telco is more, a lot more. They offer phone, internet, long-distance services, and bundles, making it all affordable. And that includes DirecTV. For your home or office, staying connected to the fast-paced world is as easy as calling PG Telco. Call 846-7200. That's 846-7200. PG Telco, built on community, focused on progress.
Come on, back to kick again for the Tigers. 4:59 to go here in the first half. And Zach, we were talking about no fireworks, and no longer have we got that off our lips. And
boom, you got fireworks. Lavaca's in a tough spot here. They're not a come from behind big play offense. They're kind of a grinded out methodical offense. They're either going to have to start playing some defense, or they're going to have to open it up a little bit just to try and get back in this.
Well, I think that's why we saw the onside kick in the middle of the second quarter. Our student section is live and well tonight.
Nice kick.
That one, it goes out of bounds.
Superhero night in the student section.
I see lots of superheroes out there. I see Superwoman and looks like maybe Catwoman there.
And a couple of, I don't even know what those are.
There's a couple of renegades just down there too, just dressing
wearing
up.
capes. I suggested that they all dress as the Springdale Bear. You've been out of town all weekend. We had a bear running loose in Springdale.
Ah.
So I suggested, and they can't find him. It's like the bear got away.
Well, if we got a bear in Springdale, someone sent me an email this week of a leprechaun in Mobile, Alabama.
No, we don't go down there.
And they got people actually out there looking for goals, Zach.
Nice.
All right, here comes Headley under center. 1st and 10 for Lavaca. Flag down on the play.
Got motion. Yep, false start.
Wow. Now Lavaca all of a sudden.
Well, they just keep shooting themselves in the foot. They were doing fine, running the ball, making 3, 4, 5 yards at a time. Now they're just kind of shooting themselves in the foot.
For those watching, look at those guys across Lavaca's line. 70, 58. Those guys are some big-sized guys.
They're as big as we were last year.
We do not have sizes on their roster, but those guys, they're
easily 215 to 250.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yep, no doubt.
Blitz.
And there's a pass. That's going to be intercepted.
Jacob.
Storley, did he get it? Did he get it?
He got it. First
Jacob
down.
Storley's got it.
Hey, that's a great play. Jacob came from center field to get that.
Jacob Storley gets another turnover. That's the 4th turnover. And wow.
And Lavaca's just shooting themselves in the foot with penalties and turnovers.
And the student section chanting Storley.
Oh, they've waited a long time for Jacob to get on the field. They love him.
Well, a couple years ago as a sophomore, when he ran the long play on the keeper for the touchdown, they loved that moment.
Berserk.
Yeah. Now he's their leader here on the field, and I'll tell you, I think there is. And let's take this timeout with them. With 4:51 to go, Tigers lead 35-13.
The name Clorox has been associated with clean for so long, you don't say pass the bleach, you say pass the Clorox. But the Clorox family of products is built to handle every aspect of your day-to-day living, not just in the laundry room. Life happens a lot outside of the laundry room, and Clorox has you prepared. Sanitizers and disinfectants, floor cleaners, bathroom cleaners, kitchen cleaners. If you need clean, Clorox has the product to take care of your individual needs. And of course, every family on the go needs the Clorox wipes. Kills germs on contact, from the bathroom to the boardroom, from the lounge to the locker room. Clorox means clean. Clorox, proud to be a part of Prairie Grove athletics and activities. Take a stroll down memory lane as you stride into Steak and Shake. Steak and Shake, where things are done the old-fashioned way. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and even late night, you'll find only the best. Breakfast to die for, a lunch offering fresh burgers and fries, and dinner platters that are sure to keep you coming back for more. And did we mention hand-dipped shakes, as well as a great selection of desserts?
All right, 4:51. Tigers leading 35-13. Tigers going to have it, the ball at the 49. Some of these turnovers have come in their territory, Zach, and that's been
yeah, and it's not like they played that poorly. It's just wrong, bad plays at the wrong time.
There's Nick. No, that's Storley.
Storley.
He keeps it. Storley. Inside the 20, 15, 10. Give Jacob Storley 6. Hey!
That was a great fake by Nick. 3 guys tackled him. That's all you can ask. You eliminate 3 guys on the option dive. Let Storley take off.
And PG Telco sponsoring another touchdown. 6 of them here in the first quarter. That's 15
I don't
plays.
think they've had a touchdown shorter than 40 yards.
But 15 plays and 6 touchdowns.
You know, the offense isn't skipping a beat at all. They are going up and down the field.
Clement in for his 6th extra point.
He's going to be in the ice bath by the time this is over. His legs got to be killing him. Ooh.
And this one is going to be
not so
short. That may have actually gotten tipped. That one's no good. 41-13. Tigers
I hate to
lead.
bring this up, but this is as many points as we scored against them last year.
And it's at half. But
We're not at the half.
Yeah, we got
We
4:42.
still got 3 quarters or a quarter of the fourth quarter to go, or second quarter.
Wow. Well, that's going to do another touchdown for Prairie Grove. Again, PG Telco sponsoring all touchdowns this year for the Prairie Grove Tigers. The score, Prairie Grove 41, Lavaca 13.
Telco, built on community, focused on progress. But what does that mean to you? It means that you get to keep up with all your sporting events associated with Prairie Grove Athletics on a website furnished and maintained by PG Telco. It means that the folks at PG Telco have an interest in you, your kids, your school, and your community. And they're focused on progress. They're committed to bringing you the very latest in technology for your home or your office, for telephone, internet, long distance, or direct TV. Think PG Telco, built on community, focused on progress.
We remind those watching to go to pgtigersonline.com and go to the comments page. Let us know where you're watching from tonight. Henry and Larry's out there. Henry made a comment. Apparently defense is optional tonight. He may have a point there.
Well, it was in the first quarter. We've tightened things up here in the second quarter. That's a tough one to handle.
Handled there. That is Landon Graves. That,
Yep. Ooh.
I'm going to guess that's a cousin or brother or something. Bobby Catt, Jackson Diebold. Also in there, number 41 for the Tigers, which I do not have a. I'm sorry, it was number. Was there maybe it was 42, Ashton Reno. Nope.
Ashton's down here. I don't see a 41.
Yeah.
I see a 71, 21. Yeah. It's our first game, too.
From the shotgun is Headley. In motion, that is Graham, and Graham's hit.
Tadaro doesn't look like he's got all of his faculties. His legs look really wobbly.
Well, ever since that touchdown and then the onside kick, he's not been the same
I'm wondering
player.
if he's suffering a little bit from some exhaustion, because his legs look really
Well, he's on the
rubbery.
field the whole time.
That's
I mean,
true.
He kicks, he runs, he
plays defense.
I
Yeah,
mean,
he's out there the entire game. And you know, Lavaca at this point, they got to settle things down. Go back to what they were doing.
And now from the shotgun again, Graham in the backfield. They're going to hand to Graham, and
Graves or Graham?
that was
Graves.
That was Graves that
Yep.
time, and Reynolds, West.
Yeah, they're not getting those big chunk
Eli
plays
Lopez
on the read
and
option that they were.
Boy, 4 Tigers in there. You had Eli Lopez, Notier, West, and, of course, Reynolds.
I don't want to know. It's fun.
From the eye.
Here comes JD on the blitz.
There's Tadaro.
Oh,
and he breaks
Brandon
a
got him.
tackle. No,
Yeah.
Bobby Catt is going to be.
Now we're gang tackling. People
Brandon-
are getting to the ball.
Brandon comes back to get him.
You haven't called his name a lot. You know, he was all conference last year, and you know, playing alongside Jacob Call, that'll certainly free you up to do some things. Haven't called his name a lot, but he had the one catch on the halfback option. And I got a feeling as the game goes on, Brandon's going to start to take over.
Well, with 2:40 to go here in the first half, the Tigers leading 41-13, and
Boy, they're still doing all of that really,
Headley,
really quick.
end over end, and
Good kick.
Bobby Cat's going to take it. And if he can get by that.
They got the wall
He's
set
got
up.
the wall. He's got the wall.
They
got a flag. Got a flag. That one's coming back. Bobby Cat. Look at Bobby Cat. Go, Bobby.
Yeah, just keep running.
Bobby Cat's going to be brought down by Brown. Maybe.
Yeah.
But there's a flag back there at the 37.
They had the wall set up. They had it set up. It reminds me that, was 2 years ago when Landon West caught the kid on the corner of the wall. And you saw him coming.
Yeah.
You saw him coming from 20 yards away.
Yes.
Nick had the same look in his eye.
Blocking the back is going to be the call. Yeah. That's going to back it up to the 27-yard line.
Special teams, penalties, and turnovers. It'll do you in every time.
You know,
and we got a
Zach,
timeout for Lavaca. I think they're starting to wear down a little bit.
Well, Zach, I'll tell you, in the years I've been watching Prairie Grove football, not as an old-timer some of these around here, but I've been watching it for nearly 13, 14, 15 years now, since around 2000 or so, 1999. I don't recall getting 41 points in the first half. Maybe, what did we do? Wasn't cross it last year, was it?
We've been close a couple of times. We've been in the 30s. That's for darn sure.
But we'll be pushing.
I think I think we had 42 last year against Gravett because we were asking the question what the school record for points in a game was.
Well, this is a chance to have close to pasting a half 100 here in the first half.
Thank you, Barry. I think Lavaca's starting to wear down. They're putting they're rotating in and out now. That they've got some new faces on defense. I just think I think Prairie Grove's starting to get to them a little bit.
Well, looks like they're going to come out from the timeout here. 2:11 to go. Again, for those watching, go to pgtigersonline.com. Go to the comments page. Let us know where you're watching from. We always like to know that. And over the years, we've had them from all over.
Everywhere.
Kansas, Texas. We literally, Zach, have had all 50 states represented at some point in our webcast history.
It's crazy, isn't it?
And believe it or not, 27 different countries even. So
we're huge.
Yeah, we're
huge in the Sudan.
No, when they say the World Wide Web, we are talking the World Wide Web. This was a long timeout. The one timeout.
TV timeout.
Yeah, well, the one timeout we decided not to run commercials is the longest one.
The longest one of the game. I think what you want to see here, I want to see a long touchdown run.
Well, you might see it right here.
You haven't seen any of those tonight.
Uh-oh, fumble.
Yep.
That was Eli Lopez, and I think Lavaca's going to have the ball at Prairie Grove 28-yard line.
And that was a little trap option, and it just looked
and Storley
disjointed from the moment they snapped it.
Storley was doing, he was pointing at himself. He's taking that one on himself, that one. But, boy, that's a big turnover for Lavaca, because if Prairie Grove had scored again, you were going to get to a point where you were close to mercy rule time.
Well, this is you got 2 minutes left. If Lavaca's going to make some hay here, this is the time you got to get this score. Prairie Grove gets the ball to start the second half. That's big.
So
had Prairie Grove scored, they get the ball back to start the second half. That's you're looking at a 14-point swing, but Lavaca's got a chance here to kill some of that momentum.
28-point lead for the Tigers, but the Lavaca Golden Arrows have it at the Prairie Grove 28. There's a pitch to Dodaro. Nice block. But now Logan Bartholomew gets over there, and he wraps him up. He's going to lose about 5 yards. Nice job.
Just doesn't look the same as he did in the first quarter.
Ever since the onside, after the long run and the onside kick, that was it.
Yeah, he just looks beat. And like you said, he's out there the entire time.
And if you saw him on the sideline earlier, not feeling real well,
I didn't spot it, but I have on good authority that he did.
A minute and a half to go. Tigers have all 3 timeouts. If we stop them here, may not be a bad idea to spin one of those as fast as we've been able to score.
Yeah, I think Lavaca's – I don't know why there's a little bit more sense of urgency here.
Headley, he's going to just hand it off. He got a little –
I think you'll see them call timeout now.
Was that Graves on that carry? He's going to get it back.
That was Tanner Graham, wasn't it?
That's Graham. Graham's going to get it back close to the original line of scrimmage. So it's going to be 3rd down and 10 with 56 seconds to go here. The question is, I think if we, wow, there's a lot of time going off this thing. Sparkman comes in at the nose.
I think if you're going to see them take a shot with Voss, this is the time.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Matched up here with Bobby Cat.
He's actually rolling to his
away
right
from him.
and he misses. That's going to stop the clock with 35 seconds. So the Tigers, this is 4-down territory, so Lavaca is going to go for it here. But boy, they went away from Voss.
Yeah, since he caught the touchdown pass, I don't think he's been involved in a passing play since.
He's a good-looking athlete out there. I mean, he looks like. I mean, I'm surprised they don't go to him more often.
They list him at 6'3", but even if he's 6'1", throw the ball up to him, give him a chance.
I believe I can see him at 6'3", just looking at him here.
Well, like I said earlier, if he's 6'3", Dylan Sanders 7 foot tall.
Well,
here they go.
Now they're
still looking the other way. That's
but
good
complete.
Play.
They're going to get the ball down there. That is complete to Brown. He's brought down by Bartholomew and
that's the old turn in at the Volkswagen.
Gillum.
Make the turn at the Volkswagen. I'll hit you on the way in.
Yeah, nice job. They get a first down there at the 12.
Still haven't called a timeout, though.
28 seconds to go. And Lavaca's knocking on the door down to 25 seconds. So now they've got 2 timeouts themselves.
Yep, here comes the pressure from Connor.
Oh, he's got him open.
And he
dropped
him.
Oh, nice job by Headley to keep it alive. He was under pressure.
Brandon lost contain on him. Lost his. I guess he got caught looking in the backfield. Lost space with the receiver, and he got in behind him.
And you're right. Tadero has not looked the same. And
now you can see him. I mean, even standing in the huddle, he's got his hands on his hips. He's bending over. He just doesn't seem to have that first step that he had.
Tadero again from the shotgun. This time he looks to his right, and he's
look
hit.
Out. Great hit, Manimal.
Brett Gillum in there knocks him down. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 10. 14 seconds to go. Ball at the 12-yard line.
Yeah, the Manimal was in really quick. He's got a really fast first step.
Speaking of Sainer, here comes Sainer into the game.
I would put him over the nose guard just for sheer intimidation tactics. I mean, if he doesn't scare you.
He is a big young man and only a sophomore.
Yeah. Yeah, when he when all the coordination comes in, he is going to be unstoppable.
So now Voss in the backfield with Headley. It's 3rd down, and here they're getting pressure on him.
There he
They're going to get him. They're going to get him back there. Speed, and then the whole host of Tigers
It's a great play.
in to help.
Bend but don't break. You can give up as many yards as you want as long as they're not changing things on the scoreboard. Are they going to let it run out?
Sainer was in on that. They're going to go down to 1 second, call a timeout.
I don't think you're kicking a field goal here.
No, they'll take a shot at the end zone. They're in position to do that. 1 second to go.
I think this is if you're going to take the shot, this is the time.
Well, let's take a quick break with them while we have a timeout. 1 second to go here in the first half. Prairie Grove 41-13.
Clorox. Just hearing the name and you automatically think of the word clean. And Clorox is a lot more than just bleach. The Clorox family of products has something for the home, the business, professional grade, and more. No matter what the environment, Clorox has the product you need to meet your unique challenges. From the bathroom and the kitchen with Pine Sol and 409 to the laundry room with the standard Clorox bleach. And even if you're on the go with the Clorox wipes, you know the name stands for clean. Dirt and germs don't stand a chance as long as you're equipped with the family of Clorox products. Clorox, proud sponsors of Tiger athletics and activities. Clorox. Just hearing the name and you automatically think of the word clean. And Clorox is a lot more than just bleach. The Clorox family of products has something for the home, the business, professional grade, and more. No matter what the environment, Clorox has the product.
1 play to go here. Here he is. There's Headley, and he's got pressure. That's Sugg, and he breaks the tackle.
They got him.
Suggs is not going to give up. Hey, they got him. They got him. Nick Suggs said, no way. We're not giving up a touchdown here before the half. So, as time expires here in the first half, we've had a lot of fireworks, Mr. Arns. The score, Prairie Grove Tigers 41, Lavaca Golden Arrows 13.
PG Telco is the proud sponsor of PGTigersOnline.com, where you can find out all the very latest of what's going on with all the sports teams right here in Prairie Grove. But PG Telco is more, a lot more. They offer phone, internet, long-distance services, and bundles, making it all affordable. And that includes DirecTV. For your home or office, staying connected to the fast-paced world is as easy as calling PG Telco. Call 846-7200. That's 846-7200. PG Telco, built on community, focused on progress.
We're going to stay here with you for a bit. Lavaca Golden Arrow cheerleaders out there right now, and we'll stay for the bands. Well, we're back with you for just a few minutes here before the second half, and alongside of me now I have our school superintendent, Dr. Alan Williams. And Dr. Williams, welcome. And
Well,
first question I had for you is I think we have a visitor coming here to the school in the next short while, and could you tell us a little bit about that?
We do. Next Tuesday, the governor has chosen to come to Prairie Grove. We're part of a program called AIMS, and it's Arkansas Advanced Initiative for Math and Science, and it has to do with kids being rewarded for taking AP classes and scoring 3, 4, and 5, and they actually hand out checks to these kids that make their scores in those classes. But the governor usually picks one school a year to go to, and we'd been informed earlier that normally he likes to stay around Little Rock, or he thought he was going to have to stay around Little Rock this year because of the travel and some things he had going on. But when he saw the list of schools, he said he wanted to come to Prairie Grove, and so we're looking forward to having him here. It's going to be a neat day for our school and for our kids.
And for those that are watching tonight, it's my understanding that we will be webcasting that as well. Is that correct?
We will, and I'll tell you, the grant we got through the AIMS initiative, they pay for scores in math, science, and English AP classes, but Prairie Grove has decided to match that with the social studies and all, and it's really been a phenomenal growth. Our kids have stepped up to the plate. 3 years ago, we gave about 67 or so AP exams. This year, we're going to give 355 AP exams. So it's been tremendous growth. Our kids, we've got some teachers that just, I guess, I don't know if I'll use baseball terms at a football game, but they just knock the ball out of the park. They're up there early in the morning helping kids, and it's just been a great program.
Well, I'm definitely been here. We have our cheerleaders out on the field right now, and I know that we don't have a great sound there, but I'm gonna allow that when we rejoin our conversation here, Dr. Williams. Dr. Williams, as we went to the cheerleaders there, you were just talking about how great Prairie Grove, the teachers are, and how much they help. I'll tell you, I've been here in the community now almost 20 years, and it's that's one thing I've always found is this is just a great community. You've been here now for a few years. What's been your perspective since you've been here at Prairie Grove?
I have friends ask me, what do you like about Prairie Grove? Are you going to stay there? And I said, I wouldn't leave on a dare right now. This community is just really incredible. The support they give to our kids, the school. You come out to the clothesline fair and see how people turn out there. We may want to take another break here. We've got another group about to dance.
Yeah, right.
So I was saying beforehand, but you never want to get in the way of the kids performing.
No,
Our
no,
kids,
absolutely not.
Between our band and cheer and dance groups, the way our kids performed at the county fair, this is just a neat community. And I tell folks, I think it's the best kept secret in Arkansas, and I'm very fortunate to be here.
Well, we may not have such a secret if the governor had his choice of schools and he decided to come see us, but that'll be really a great thing to have this week, and we encourage those that are watching to tune in. And when will that be exactly?
It'll be on Tuesday. There'll be an assembly at 1:30 in the afternoon, and I think they are going to try to show that live, I believe. So you can tune in at 1:30 Tuesday afternoon. Well,
that's great. Dr. Williams, I'm looking over here at our comments page. We got several people. Nora watching you guys, doing a great job. She's letting us know. We have Doug also watching. He's letting us know how we're doing. And Larry and Henry, we've got plenty of watching. Dr. Williams, one more question for you, and that is, is there anything else this year as we go into the school year that some that may be watching that would be of interest to them that we have coming up?
Well, we've always got lots of things going on around the high school, but also here in the next week or so, there's a millage election going on and a school board election, and I would encourage folks to, just as part of their civic duty, to be a part of getting informed and showing up at the polls on Tuesday the 17th.
That is important, and not just for the millage and the vote and the school board, but anytime there's an opportunity to vote, we encourage our community to exercise their right to vote. Well, Dr. Williams, we appreciate your time and all that you do here for our schools, and wish you continued success in your position, and good luck this Tuesday with the governor.
Well, I appreciate it. Appreciate you squeezing me in on a great night for football.
You bet. Thanks a lot.
You bet.
All right, our score at halftime, Prairie Grove 41, Lavaca 13. Let's take a couple of commercial breaks. We'll be back with you to talk a little bit about the first half.
Pine Sol and 409 to the laundry room with the standard Clorox bleach. And even if you're on the go with the Clorox wipes, you know the name stands for clean. Dirt and germs don't stand a chance as long as you're equipped with the family of Clorox products. Clorox, proud sponsors of Tiger athletics and activities. Clorox, it all awaits you at Steak and Shake, located just south of the mall. Steak and Shake, life needs flavor. Take a stroll down memory lane as you stride into Steak and Shake. Steak and Shake, where things are done the old-fashioned way. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and even late night, you'll find only the best. Breakfast to die for, a lunch offering fresh burgers and fries, and dinner platters that are sure to keep you coming back for more. And did we mention hand-dipped shakes, as well as a great selection of desserts? It all awaits you at Steak and Shake, located just south of the mall. Steak and Shake, life needs flavor. I wonder if Buck Lewis had any ideas to what he was starting when he sold his first Ford back in 1946. He was on the square in Fayetteville. Then Tom and Herb Lewis made the move to the current location on North College back in 1969. But through all those years, a Lewis has always been at the helm, and that tradition continues today. It's that kind of family value and heritage that makes Lewis Automotive the place to buy your next vehicle. Be it a Ford, Dodge, Chrysler, Ram, or Jeep, new or used, you can still find a Lewis standing behind every single deal. Award-winning service, 6 locations and over 1,000 vehicles. It's amazing. A lot has changed, but the Lewis heritage and tradition continues. Lewis Automotive, proudly serving Northwest Arkansas since 1946.
All right, about 30 seconds or so before I guess the teams are going to be out. We'll have 3 extra minutes. Well, Zach, let's talk a little bit about the first half. What are your thoughts that you see from the Tigers?
Big play after big play after big play on offense. And once the defense got settled down, they played pretty well. They gave up 13 points in the first quarter and then nothing. But, they've got some things to work on. They got some things to clean up, particularly in the special teams. You got a missed extra point. You got a couple of long kickoff returns. But the turnovers, as far as the game goes, has certainly turned the tide here. 4 Lavaca turnovers. And you got to look big picture here. The Prairie Grove's got some things to clean up because they got a big-time opponent coming in next week. That'd be the team from Morrilton, a 5A school, is coming in next week, and they bring in all kinds of talent. So Prairie Grove's just got to settle down, work on some things, clean some things up. We may see the starters for a little bit longer than normal, than we would have even last year before, because you've got to build some continuity and get some guys some game action.
Well, the other part of that is that Lavaca's moved the ball well. The turnovers have hurt Lavaca. Now, you talked about it. We gave up.
They moved the
13.
ball well in the first quarter.
Well,
the second quarter, everything kind of
Well, they had turnovers.
stopped.
They had a lot of turnovers, but I would say, the one thing I would say about it is we gave up if you take away the kickoff, the defense is giving up the one touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not that the kickoff team is part of the defense, but the defense on the field is giving up one touchdown.
And that was early.
Yep.
And I'm going to go back to I've been saying this since the start of the game. Lavaca switched offenses. I don't think Prairie Grove had a real good idea what they were going to do. And I think when Prairie Grove came out, they were kind of playing a read and react and see what was going on, and then make adjustments from there. And you can see the adjustments in the second half. You saw the pressure get dialed up. You saw Headley get sacked several times. Then they were hitting him constantly. So I think Prairie Grove's got it pretty well diagnosed, and now they just got to go out and play another 2 quarters.
Well, Zach, I'm looking at some of the scores.
Read me my favorite one.
Well, I'm reading some scores here. First, in our conference, Berryville leading Marshall 21-0.
There's your sleeper.
Also out here of local interest, Pea Ridge leading Elkins 19-11. Farmington now up on Huntsville 14-6. Gentry leading West Fork 13-0. And those are the scores that we have right now from our conference. There's that would do it. I thought there was one more down there, but it's not. So Farmington playing Huntsville, who we played last week, and we can't let that fool us. That was the same thing last year, Zach.
Mm-hmm.
They came out, they struggled a little
Sure
bit,
did.
and then that was one of the best games of the year and scored more points on us until the playoffs than anybody in that one game.
Yeah, that score kind of shocked me, the Huntsville-Farmington score. It shocked me, and it didn't. Huntsville played them tough last year down in Huntsville. So
well, again, I want to recognize our East Lab students, Ethan Sam, Patrick Jordan, Casey Stamps, and Sam Dodd.
doing a heck of a job tonight.
Great job, and I can't thank them enough for all that they're doing. And again, appreciate Dr. Williams for joining us. And
First drive is going to be important for Prairie Grove. They're getting the ball first. If you can put 7 on the board on this first drive. Now, the last couple of drives they had offensively at the end of the first half, were a little – after Storley had the run, they were just sort of disjointed. They had the turnover down here in their end. You want to come out, be crisp, put 7 points on the board, and then hand it over to your defense. I was told that 3 of the starters didn't even play. 3 of the defensive starters didn't even play until the midway through the second quarter. Could explain some of the movement that Lavaca got in the first quarter.
was there a reason for that?
Yes.
Well, there's
Coach's decision.
a little bit of Johnny Manziel
Yes.
disciplinary action going on here.
There was a coach's decision, and that may. I'll go back to what I said earlier. I just think Prairie Grove finally got themselves acclimated, got their feet underneath them. A lot of these kids just haven't played a lot of football. They've gotten 10 or 12 snaps per game, and now they're asking, or the coaches are asking them to go for 40 or 50 snaps a game, and that will certainly change. That certainly is a big change when you're making 4 times as many plays, but. They've got some things to clean up. Didn't have a lot of penalties. Had the block in the back on special teams. Didn't have many penalties other than that. No motions, no false starts, anything like that. So that's positive. Clean up the special teams, and I think Prairie Grove's going to be in good shape.
Well, you're talking about taking this first one. If we could do that, it would put us into the mercy rule time, and we'd have a running clock from that point forward at 35 points. So 41-13. And this doesn't feel to me like a 41-13 game, Zach.
No, it really doesn't, and it's primarily because Lavaca played so well in the first quarter. I just think they ran out of gas in the second quarter.
Big Dylan Sainer fields in the kick there, and so the Tigers will take over 1st and 10, ball at the 33.
I'd like to see him get involved in the offense.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing him take, it was a little seam pass there. He's such a big target. Would be really hard to cover him one-on-one across the middle or up the seam.
I love Jared at tight end, but I just think Dylan's got more. He's just got a little bit more ability. Bigger frame to work with. I think you can do so many things with him.
You're referring to Jared Murphy from last year, who's now playing at Pittsburgh State, the Division II powerhouse. And there it is. You asked for it.
Yeah,
and an interception. That is going to be Brown. He's taking it the other way. He may go all the way to the house. Storley's the only one that can stop him, and he Will not do it. Touchdown.
Well, that is definitely not the way you want to start the half. You can't throw that one up without looking. If you're going to throw it high and long where Dylan's the only one that can get it.
Well, there you go. There was a touchdown to start the second half, but it wasn't what we thought. Or did he step out? It looks like.
No, they called it a touchdown.
Okay, I thought so. So 41-19, and a quick change of events, and all of a sudden we were talking about a mercy rule, and now all of a sudden
now that's out the window. Now you got to get back in and play the game.
the Darrow in for the extra point, 41-19, and
Yep, block that one.
that one's blocked, and it remains 41-19 Prairie Grove. So with 11:46 to go in the third quarter, the score, the Prairie Grove Tigers 41, Lavaca Golden Arrows 13.
Bleach, you say pass the Clorox, but the Clorox family of products is built to handle every aspect of your day-to-day living, not just in the laundry room. Life happens a lot outside of the laundry room, and Clorox has you prepared. Sanitizers and disinfectants, floor cleaners, bathroom cleaners, kitchen cleaners. If you need clean, Clorox has the product to take care of your individual needs. And of course, every family on the go needs the Clorox wipes. Kills germs on contact. From the bathroom to the boardroom, from the lounge to the locker room, Clorox means clean. Clorox, proud to be a part of Prairie Grove Athletics and activities. Christian Church. Love God, love others, and serve others. The simple motto of Prairie Grove Christian Church. Whether it's supporting missionaries in Japan or on the Ivory Coast of Africa, or doing mission work in Guatemala, or building homes in Mississippi or Alabama, or the fun for the entire family of Upward Basketball, you'll find the members seeking to show our love for God.
Okay, now the Golden Arrows preparing to kick. Another kick. This one's going to go to Sainer. Sainer pulls it down. He waved it.
Did he?
So, yeah, he did. And then he changed his mind.
He's lucky he didn't get called for that. Well, not exactly the way you wanted to start the second half, but now you get back into your offense. You got to get it back. That's 3 turnovers tonight. That's not something that that Prairie Grove has been doing lately.
Chamberlain out here to the right. Haven't called his name
Nope.
much tonight other than extra points holding it.
Yeah, the Stork has he's got to get busy here in the passing game.
Now from the shotgun,
Nope.
and now
Yeah.
movement on the line. I believe that may have been Connor West getting a little antsy there.
Well, kind of a rough start here to the second half.
Yeah, we started with an interception and a penalty. It's been our first 2 plays.
$14 seconds off the clock. We've had a turnover, a penalty, and a touchdown. It's a busy 14 seconds.
Speed. Motion that time, but they're going to hand the ball up the middle to Nick Sugg to the 37-yard line. Second down and 12.
Yeah, give Lavaca some credit. I mean, they came in here. I mean, the last 2 years, Prairie Grove has just run them up and down the field and really just whipped them pretty good. You know, they came in here. They're here to play. I mean, they're still in there fighting, and you know, one more break here, and this could get really uncomfortable.
And now here is that Speed. J.D. Speed's got run the room. J.D.
Yep,
Speed over the 30 or the 47-yard line. He's close to the midfield at the 48, and that's going to be a Prairie Grove first down, and they were waving on the first down marker, so first down and 10 for the Tigers.
Not complicated. It's just a fake to the fullback, catch J.D. coming around the backside. Hole was huge. I mean, he had enough running room in there to make some hay, and sure enough, first down.
So after a couple of stumbles there, the Tigers with a good play. Here's a quick pitch, this time of J.D. J.D.'s got one running room. There's Speed. Speed at the 30, down to the 28-yard line. He's wrestled down there by number 8 for the Lavaca Golden Arrows. That is Tanner Swain.
Lavaca's had trouble all night defending the edges.
That
Prairie
quick
Grove seems to be able to get out there anytime they want to. You know what we haven't seen tonight is the sweep. You know, the
Yep.
base T sweep, we haven't seen it.
Haven't seen that, but that quick pitch has been effective. I think we've run it 3 times, and it's been a first down or a touchdown every time we've run it. Now here's Storley. He's got Speed in the slot. Chamberlain and Bobby Catt. And there's Nick Sugg. He tried to sidestep, and he's fighting hard. He's going to pick up 5-6 yards.
Yep. Just a quick fullback trap. You can run that out of any formation. Run your base wing T offense out of any formation if you're just going to run the fullback trap. I'm going to bring up a 2nd and 2. No need to get crazy here. Just run the football, run the clock. Get 5, 6, 7 yards every time you run the ball.
Now into the game out at the split end for the Tigers is number 84,
Aaron
Price. Their speed and motion, I think they're going to get him for turning up a little quick. I think he was the one, don't you there, Zach?
Yeah, I think so. I think they're going to get him for that. And, not too many penalties in the first half. 2 in the first series here in the second half. Prairie Grove shuffling linemen in and out. Looks like Dakota Hutchinson is back in. Jacob Southerly's out at right tackle.
You're talking about our base offense, and you're exactly right. This is a little.
Better hurry.
He's down to 1 second. He barely got that off. No, he did not get it off. Did not get it off. And that's going to bring up second down.
Did they get delay or did they get a penalty? No, they got a false start. They did get it off in time.
I think it's our motion. We're turning up or something a little too quick.
Play came in with like 11 seconds left on the play clock. You got to get those in a little bit quicker and everybody get out into your positions a little faster than that. Prairie Grove's been able to move the ball at will. They just keep backing themselves up. And here we go again. We're down to 10 seconds on the play clock.
Wow, they're down to 6, and they're really pushing it. He's not going to get it off again if it's not there. Quick snap. He does get it. Quick pass over the head of J.D. Speed. And now it's going to bring up 3rd down and 11, 3rd down and 12.
Yeah, they got to get this straightened out. Play's got to come in faster.
Weaver on the coverage for the Lavaca Golden Arrows, and now with 3rd down, Prairie Grove don't want to stall here at the 30-yard line. 8:57 to go in the 3rd quarter. Prairie Grove's had 1 punt tonight.
Good one. All right, now we got 18 seconds on the clock, so we got plenty of time.
And there's J.D. Speed around the left side. Speed. Oh!
Good tackle.
He's going to get
Graves on the tackle.
Graves a nice stop. Speed almost got past him there, but they're going to mark that at the 20. Looks like the 20. Is he going to get the 24?
Yeah, it's going to be about 4th and 6. I like that little seam pass that we scored with Logan.
I'll tell you what I wouldn't mind seeing here is possibly the quick pitch.
Yeah, we've had a lot of to the wide side.
To the wide side of the field, we've had a lot of success. There's a draw play.
Nice play.
Speed
Good
gets
play.
it. J.D. Speed, give him 6. J.D. Speed.
That's a good call. That's a good
Nice call.
We were all up here calling quick pitch, pop pass, whatever you want to call them. They run the draw for 6. It's another $30 from PG Telco.
Wow, what a great call. And another touchdown sponsored by PG Telco.
Well, that's a nice answer. You throw a pick 6 and you come back and get 6 of your own.
That was a 60, I believe about a 67-yard drive there for the Tigers. And now the extra point by Clement. Hold by Chamberlain. And I think that's going to be wide left.
It's like one of my drives.
47-19. 47-19, Tigers with a 28-point lead.
And after all of that, now we're going to get to see the defense here in the second half.
And now here's the student section again, and they call themselves RTS.
RTS?
Raging Tiger Students, or Raging Tiger Section, I think, one of the two. And they are down there tonight, and
They must have spent the better part of an afternoon coming up with that.
Well, I think that's been there for a couple of
Really?
years now. Yeah, it's kind of been there. And they're jumping up and down to something from your generation.
My generation. Well, all right. Yeah, I guess House of Pain was early 90s. I guess it was from your generation we'd be listening to Dizzy Gillespie.
Dean Martin.
Dean Martin, yeah.
I'm not that old.
Ella Fitzgerald, Petula Clark.
J.D. Speed to kick off this time, then Clement not kicking off.
His leg's tired.
Here's J.D. Speed with a kick. That's a
That's
good kick.
He got
he got that one all the way backfielded at the 3-yard line.
Uh-oh. Yeah, they got him.
They got him. That's
Yeah.
Brown, and they
You can
wrapped
see the
him up around
blocking
the
break
17.
down halfway down the field. They had him hemmed in pretty good.
Sam Dodd and Falk in on the tackle. Wow. Nice job by the Tigers. Now we're right back where we were to start the second half of the 28-point lead. 8:06 to go here in the third quarter.
Well, for Prairie Grove, you need to finish. Start the second half where you finished the first half, which is effective, pushing them back, keeping them out of the end zone.
And
There
now
you
hit
go.
right in the backfield. That's
Eli.
Eli Lopez. Eli Lopez catching.
Shot through the gap, made the tackle.
Got Tadero back in the backfield, about a 5-yard loss. You know, PG Telco sponsoring all the touchdowns this year, Zach, with a $30 donation. And I wonder if they thought the first night they were they're going to see 7 of them.
Well, I think they would happily write the check.
I
If
do
we saw
too.
7 to 10 touchdowns a night.
Yeah, and I'll tell you something. PG Telco's been they are the reason that we're able to do such a and bring you this each week. There's a pass from Headley.
Oh! Who was out there?
I think that's
Brandon? No, Aaron Price.
Price. Price almost got him an interception.
I've known Aaron since he was in second grade. Voss on Aaron is a bit of a mismatch. Aaron.
And now Voss is going off the field.
I think they're tired.
I don't quite understand why they don't utilize him more. He's a good-looking athlete.
A big kid.
And he's very big. And
he caught the first touchdown.
The one time he touched the ball tonight was a touchdown.
Yeah, but now Lavaca's back where they're not comfortable. You're talking 3rd and 15.
3rd and 15.
You know Prairie Grove's coming.
Inside their own 15.
Here they come.
Here they come, and then
little jump pass.
Oh,
Jack Reynolds. Did he get
Reynolds, did he get it? No. Reynolds didn't fake that one quite as well as Sugg did the other
hurt.
one.
He got hit. I don't know who
Jack
got
Reynolds.
him, but
Jack Reynolds has either got a cramp
yeah,
or
that's a cramp. But Headley got hit when he released the ball. He jumped to throw the ball, and he got hit. And he is definitely feeling it right now.
Well, they're going to be punting from their 13. That means their punter, who I think is Headley, will be standing on his goal line. They're going to
take a timeout for Jack. He's got a cramp.
Well, let's take this timeout with them with 7:18 to go here in the third quarter. The Tigers lead 47-19.
PG Telco is the proud sponsor of PGTigersOnline.com, where you can find out all the very latest of what's going on with all the sports teams right here in Prairie Grove. But PG Telco is more, a lot more. They offer phone, internet, long-distance services, and bundles, making it all affordable. And that includes DirecTV. For your home or office, staying connected to the fast-paced world is as easy as calling PG Telco. Call 846-7200. That's 846-7200. PG.
Well, looks like Reynolds is going to be okay.
It's a humid night. He's been out there quite a bit.
Dakota Hutchinson coming in for him, and Headley gets off a bounce pump. Boy, we're lucky that no one touched that.
Yeah,
he touched it.
They got real close to hitting Jacob.
Sure did.
But we'll take the ball at the 43.
43-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Tigers, and now the Tigers have an opportunity. I shouldn't say it. Last time it gave us a little curse and we threw an interception. But
it looks like we're going to get some new faces out there. Martin Castro's in the game. Let's see who else we got out there.
Martin Castro in the game.
Looks like Sam Dodd's in.
Dodd in the game. Blake Falk in the game.
Falk. This is valuable time right now.
Zach Downey now bringing the play in. So
Sam's going to play quarterback.
Sam is going to play your quarterback position. Wow. And they're going to give it to Falk around the left side. There's
Oh,
Falk.
man.
Look at Falk. Oh, look at that inside the 30.
Big brother would be very, very proud. He had a nice game during the black gold game earlier this month. I guess late last month. He's a good-looking running back.
He ran that one hard, and that was the base sweep we hadn't seen all night there, Zach.
Cole McClellan coming in.
So Dodd in at quarterback, Eli Lopez at fullback. And Eli's going to get it right up the middle. There goes Lopez. Lopez goes
Straight ahead.
strong 5 yards. He's not the biggest fullback, but he definitely runs the ball hard, Zach.
Nope, we're freely substituting now. Andrew Carrillo coming in at left tackle. He's coming in for big Lance Parnell.
Cody Hoskins coming in for Dalton, or for Blake Falk. I knew it. I knew it was going to happen at some point.
You're going to have to start writing a check every time we do that.
Mine won't be $30.
We'd be broke by the end of the night.
Sam Dodd from the shotgun. There's Eli Lopez up the middle, and he's going to be close to first. He's going to be short maybe a couple yards.
This is good. You get some of the young guys some experience. You're going to need these guys as the season goes along.
Coming in relatively early in the third period, I'm a little. I got to be honest. I'm a little surprised, but I'm glad to see it.
As long as there aren't too many mistakes, let them play.
Center is Hayden Hudspeth.
We got a Cole McClellan coming in late.
Oh, and there is, Falk's hit, and he's going to be dropped for a loss. So
bad snap kind of sunk that play.
So it's going to be 4th down, and let's call it 4th and 2.
We're going to get these plays in a little quicker, guys.
Zach Downey bringing it in, and it's coming in at about 18 seconds. We're
cutting this awfully close. Down to 12, 11, 10.
And whenever you got 4th down, that allows the defense to really time the snap. In motion.
Yep.
I think we may have got him. We may have got him offsides with that one, Zach.
He's saying to move him.
Offsides on the defense. That's enough for a 1st down.
Good play. Hey, the count is a weapon. Use it.
Well, that plays good for Prairie Grove that time, and so with 4:53 to go, Tigers lead at 47-19, have the ball 1st and 10 at the Golden Arrow 14-yard line. 4:45 to go.
There's the read option.
Pitches it. That's Falk. Falk.
Ooh.
Oh, took him on. I got to tell you, though, nice.
Little guy. What was that?
Number 8.
I don't have a number 8.
I don't have a number 8 on there, but yes, it was Tanner Swain. Tanner Swain.
Oh, you've got an updated one.
Swain made a nice tackle. Is that 52 as a fullback?
Yes, 62. Oh, that's Cody Hoskins.
Hoskins, give him 6.
There
yes!
you go.
Cody Hoskins, give him 6. And another Prairie Grove Tiger touchdown, sponsored to you by PG Telco. The 8th touchdown of the night, Zach. We need to make this extra point, and we'll see that clock begin to run. As some of you who are may be familiar with the fact that, or J.D. Speed may be kicking it here.
Yeah, the JD's got the T in his hand.
And it looks like the Tigers down to 17. They're going to have to call timeout, or they're going to be.
Yep, Connor's going to come on.
Down to 12. 8 seconds. This is going to be, well, here we go. This high snap gets it away. It looks like it's good. 4:03 to go. The score, the Prairie Grove Tigers 54, the Golden Arrows 19.
PG Telco, built on community, focused on progress. But what does that mean to you? It means that you get to keep up with all your sporting events associated with Prairie Grove Athletics on a website furnished and maintained by PG Telco. It means that the folks at PG Telco have an interest in you. Telco, built on community, focused on progress. PG Telco is the proud sponsor of PGTigersOnline.com, where you can find out all the very latest of what's going on with all the sports teams right here in Prairie Grove. But PG Telco is more, a lot more. They offer phone, internet, long-distance services, and bundles, making it all affordable. And that includes DirecTV. For your home or office, staying connected to the fast-paced world is as easy as calling PG Telco. Call 846-7200. That's 846-7200. PG Telco, built on community, focused on progress.
JD Speed to kick for the Tigers. He had a great kick last time. Let's see how he does on this one. Again, another deep kick.
Yeah, he's really getting into it.
Down, fielded inside the 10. That is named.
Oh,
yes.
Bobby Cat. Good
Bobby
play.
Cat. Bobby Cat's going to catch him right on the 10-yard line. And so the Golden Arrows with not good field position. So they, their touchdown in this half came after a turnover.
So technically we scored 60 points, right? Technically, we scored 6 for them, 54 for us. And we got the signal to wind the clock.
So they got so you think about it, our defense has given up one touchdown tonight.
Well, we got guys going in and out. How many people do we have on the field?
We got to have too many guys.
We have to.
Oh, yeah, there's a penalty. They dropped the flag.
I would hope so.
We got too many guys and still can't stop them, Zach.
How many guys do we have out there?
I think we had 13 guys on the field, and
they still ripped off a 30-yard run.
Hey, it's not often you get to decline.
Yeah.
When you have 13 men on the field.
Decline the illegal participation. Huh. Well, that's something that's got to get cleaned up. We can't have 13 guys on the field. Does the clock run during a timeout?
I'm sorry?
Does the clock run during a timeout?
They're just running it now.
I'm just asking if have Coach Absher call 3 in a row.
Oh, no, it doesn't. It actually will stop there.
Okay.
For those that may not be familiar with the rule, that once there's a 35-point lead, the clock will run continuously except for on timeouts and change whenever they change possession.
I don't think we have enough this time. We did better with 10 guys than we did with 13.
Nodier on the tackle. And Falk also helping out. Coming into the game, Andrew Carrillo. Two minutes to go here in the third quarter. Tigers 54-19 over Lavaca.
I think we've seen the last of most of the starters. Jacob's still back there at safety. I don't want him making any tackles.
Yeah, he may have to make one here. Back to pass is Headley. He's got time to throw, does throw, complete.
Route.
And I believe it was Voss.
That's Voss. He ran 15 yards and planted that left foot and came back to the ball. It's a good route.
Tackle there by Matthew Galden, number 62. Matthew Galden was the fullback a while ago.
Yeah.
I think he's got a 60. Both of his brothers played offensive line. Matthew is a very good athlete. I know Matthew, and Matthew is a good athlete, and he must have got tagged as being a lineman, but he's not a lineman.
The big guys need the ball too.
Well, he's not a big guy. Fumble on the play.
I think Prairie Grove's got it.
I think the Tigers may have that one.
A lot of black jerseys around the ball. Nope.
Headley able to.
No, they do have it.
The Tigers get it.
I thought he was about to point to put the hand in the air with second down.
I think that may have been Cole McClellan that may have come up with that.
Smallest guy in the field comes up with the ball. Good for you.
And now Matthew Galden going back in to, I think he's going to be playing. I love a running back number 62. It's great.
You never see that.
.41 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Tigers leading. Here comes McClellan. Looks like he's bringing the play in. We'll probably get one play in, and we'll go to the fourth and final quarter. The Tigers up comfortably now, but Never felt easy, Zach,
No.
even though it was there is Galden, head straight ahead, running the ball hard. Look at Matthew. Kind of a late hit there. Matthew already down, and Casey Neiman just kind of coming in.
Giving him the business. But,
Matthew was hit right there at the line of scrimmage, picked up 4 yards.
made a nice spin move, got what he could out of it.
Matthew Galden. That's the end of 3 quarters. The score, the Prairie Grove Tigers 54, Lavaca Golden Arrows 19.
Take a stroll down memory lane as you stride into Steak and Shake. Steak and Shake, where things are done the old-fashioned way. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner, and even late night, you'll find only the best. Breakfast to die for, a lunch offering fresh burgers and fries, and dinner platters that are sure to keep you coming back for more. And did we mention hand-dipped shakes, as well as a great selection of desserts? It all awaits you at Steak and Shake, located just south of the mall. Steak and Shake, life needs flavor. Take a stroll down memory lane as you stride into Steak and Shake. The name Clorox has been associated with clean for so long, you don't say pass the bleach, you say pass the Clorox. But the Clorox family of products is built to handle every aspect of your day-to-day living, not just in the laundry room. Life happens a lot outside of the laundry room, and Clorox has you prepared. Sanitizers and disinfectants, floor cleaners, bathroom cleaners, kitchen cleaners. If you need clean, Clorox has the product to take care of your individual needs. And of course, every family on the go needs the Clorox wipes. Kills germs on contact, from the bathroom to the boardroom, from the lounge to the locker room. Clorox means clean. Clorox.
Ryan Morrell now in at quarterback. Yeah, they've got him under instructions now. They're going to snap the ball with just a couple of seconds left.
Quick pitch. That's Falk. Falk around the right side. There goes Falk. Falk for a first down into Golden Arrow territory.
Play's been there all night long.
That has worked really well for the Tigers, and now the clock will just run. And the Tigers are going to start the 2013 campaign with a victory, Zach.
Yep, get set to look forward to next week.
Next week will be and we'll talk about this at the end of our webcast. Next week we take on 5A Morrilton.
Game we did not get to play last year, and they were really good last year, and it'll be interesting to see what they bring up here. I think Prairie Grove's got some things to work on, but it'll be fun. Teams come up here. This is like Death Valley. Teams come up here to die, don't they?
Be careful with that one. There we go. Castro's going to be a flag.
Got to hold.
Castro running the ball extremely hard. He's going to be knocked out of bounds, but there's going to be a hold. That's going to bring that one back.
You're telling me I shouldn't quote Les Miles?
I would not quote Les Miles. Although the guy gets a lot of grief. He's got a good winning record.
Here's a trivia question I threw at a guy earlier this week. Didn't I ask you this?
Maybe not.
Last 10 years, what college football team has won the most games?
Boise State.
Correct. Who's second? Boise's won 117. Next closest is 107. LSU. Can you believe that?
Then the last time
Les Miles needs somebody to walk him around campus to show him where his office is, but the guy's won 107 games the last 10 years.
How many? 10 years.
Yep, last 10 years are 107 and like 20-something.
Didn't Saban get a few of those, though?
No. Well, yeah, I guess he would have gotten a couple.
And that's Galden.
Yep, still running.
Matthew, I'm impressed with Matthew.
Two hands on the ball, running it. He's not gonna fumble it. That's for sure.
Actually,
has Prairie Grove ever gotten into the 60s?
Not
in my time.
Well, I would tell you, Matthew's just a good athlete. I took him golfing here a while back. First time he ever golfed. He actually parred the first hole.
Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that. That's so depressing.
And there is Matthew again, hit hard at the line. Boy, he stacked up that time, and no gain on the play.
We got 3rd and 15. I don't think we're going to see a pass here. What do you think about next week? We'll have to see how Morrilton did. They're ranked very highly in 5A, thought of
Well,
very well.
I mean, I have not done any homework on them at all, but what I would expect where we may see something that may be difficult for us may be the line.
Their size is pretty good. They're definitely as big or bigger than what we saw tonight.
In motion is Castro. Here comes Dodd, and he's going to pitch it.
Oh, nice.
And he does it. There's Falk.
Keep running.
Boy, didn't he do that last
Yeah, he did it the last time.
Last week at Huntsville in the scrimmage.
That's good. That makes fourth and somewhat manageable.
Carrillo and Hoskins coming into the game, and so it's going to bring up fourth, and you're right, fourth and manageable, about 4th and 5, and down close to 8 minutes to go here in the ball game. The Tigers 54-19.
The idea here is take as much time as you can.
And here comes a slew.
They're going to punt it. They're going to punt it. But we don't have enough guys out there.
Boy, we have struggled tonight with this.
2-1. Yep, they got it off. Cody Hoskins going to punt it.
Wow!
Whoa! Die.
Oh, they couldn't. Wait, they got it?
Did they get it?
No! Oh, he
that
almost.
Was a great kick.
And it was under duress of some sort.
That was a great kick.
Oh, wow.
That's a good kick. We've got some guys who can punt the football.
Well, another area of opportunity for us for next week is when you need to be on the field.
Yes, yeah, I'm sure that Coach Absher will address that very early in the week. Who's on what team? Because well, I don't know. Maybe we should just have 10 guys out there. That worked the last time. But I'm looking forward to next week. I think next week will be an interesting challenge, and we'll certainly get a yardstick as to where we stand.
Well, one of the things it's going to do is it'll give us a sense of if we may be able to make a playoff run, a deep playoff run. I think we're going to make the playoffs this year, but the question is, a team like Morrilton, boy, we're just, again, here's a last second. And
my goodness.
Totally out of fumble.
Football.
Uh-oh, somebody going to get it.
Yep, we got it.
Yep, we got it. There we go.
Well, the game next week will give you your weaknesses will show up.
Yep.
There's no question about that. Your weaknesses are going to show up.
There's Falk up with the fumble, and so now the Tigers back onto the field, and clock's just running down to 6 minutes to go.
I'll be honest with you. If you had asked me which team, this year's team or last year's team, would have scored 60 points first, I probably would have told you last year's team. This group right now on the verge of pushing the 60 barrier.
So we're at the 21-yard line with 5.5 minutes to go.
Here we go again.
They don't know who's on the field. They're looking around. Here comes another. Okay, bringing the play in.
But you're at 14, 13, 12. Guys. And I know this has a lot of these guys are second-team guys, but.
Hoskins and Galden in the backfield. There's Galden again. He's going to. I like the way he wraps that ball up. He ain't gonna
Two hands on the ball.
You're going to be a fullback. That was that's whenever I played. That's where I played as fullback. And then back in those days, you had to, because you ran so much of the wishbone back then. You had to
elbow up.
You fit it in there like a bread basket and go with it.
Here we go again.
Second down. Let's call it second and a long 7. 4.5 minutes to go in the game. Prairie Grove at the 19-yard line.
Well, we are pushing it.
Galden and Falk. There's Galden again. He's going to be stacked right on the line. And
they're
boy,
not getting much of a push right now.
Didn't get much of anything there from the line. And I love 62 as a fullback.
You just don't see it very often.
Something tells me by the time he graduates, he'll be wearing a different number.
You think so?
Matthews, a sophomore. 3rd down and 9. 3:50 to go in the game.
I'm looking down here on the bench at everybody in uniform. I think everybody has played tonight.
I believe you're right. I think everyone has played tonight, and that's a great – you know what? It's great for the team. It's great for morale, and it's a good reward for the hard work they do in these hot summer days in August getting ready for the season. And now in motion, Dodd, and there's Galden again right up the middle. And look at Matthew Galden down to the 14-yard line.
Channeling John Riggins.
Big John Riggins.
Big John. Pop, pop. The Diesel. There you go. We'll just call him the Diesel.
3:15 to go in the game. 4th down and about 3 to go. And the Tigers, here comes Sugg. Or let's see, are they going to try a field goal here?
I think they are.
And are they going to use J.D. Speed for a field goal?
Sure.
I thought we
Clemont's leg is tired.
Clement, we've not
He's
seen
probably
him.
he's probably in the ice bath now. I don't see him now.
This is a 32-yard attempt from J.D. Speed. They're not going to get it off in time. Yeah, they did. Speed, that's going to be off to the right and going to fall short. I think a lot of that had to do with being it rushed. He didn't get much of a kick there. So with 2.5 minutes to go, Tigers leading 54-19. So it looks like the touchdown sponsorship tonight is probably going to end at 8. PG Telco, I'm referencing they are sponsoring all touchdowns this year at Prairie Grove, donating $30 to Prairie Grove Athletics and Booster Club.
7 o'clock next week, same spot right here.
7 o'clock next week, Morrilton comes to town, and Zach, we've been talking a little bit about it now, and
they are very highly thought of.
Well, last year we went down there and it was just a downpour, an absolute downpour, and we stayed there about 2.5 hours thinking we might play, and finally
that was a long night.
Finally did. It was a fun drive, though.
Oh, yeah, we had a good time on the way back. We had a really good time on the way back.
Little extracurricular activity going on out there on the field, and number 44 for Lavaca, the ball carrier, that is Garen Morris. Several of the Tigers in, and I think you're right. I think
Morrilton, by the way, picked second in their conference behind the Alma Airedales. They're in the same conference with Shiloh. I believe they're in the same conference, if I'm not mistaken, with Huntsville.
Shiloh, I believe, tied last week with Ceylon.
They did.
They were up 35-14 and then let that lead slip away for a 35-35 tie. We see Shiloh back in our conference next year.
You can't wait for that.
Here comes. There's a blitz there. That's Galden on a blitz, but he didn't quite get him. And now look at this.
Good run.
Nice
Good
run.
hit, Sam Dodd.
Sam Dodd busted him out of bounds.
Mayday.
45 seconds to go in the ball game, and they're picked second by Hooten's Magazine, and then like I said, I think when you're playing against that level competition, typically where you start seeing things a little different, it's usually in the trenches.
Yep.
And that'll be a good test next week for Prairie Grove. I actually thought Lavaca was pretty big, or bigger than us across the line tonight.
Yep. And after a while, I think once Prairie Grove adjusted, they got their feet under them. You always make your biggest improvements between games 1 and 2.
Well, and Zach, even though we gave up 19 points tonight, one of those interception return, one of those a kickoff return, and then there was one drive that was sustained.
Yeah, outside of the one drive, defense played really, really well.
Well, I don't know if they'll get another playoff or not. Down to 3, 2, 1. They're trying to get it off. They do. And there's the horn, and that's going to do it. And so we start the 2013 Prairie Grove season with a victory. The Prairie Grove Tigers 54. The Lavaca Golden Arrows 19. And that will bring us to the first victory tonight. Again, we're going to come to you next week as the Morrilton, what are they, Zach?
I couldn't tell you. Hold on. The Morrilton, I want to say.
The Morrilton.
I was going to say Sand Lizards. How about Devil Dogs?
The Morrilton Devil Dogs come to town next week.
Sand Lizards at Dardanelle.
Yeah. The Devil Dogs come to town next week, and it'll be Prairie Grove.
Is that a hostess treat?
That's I'm thinking of devil cake.
I always get that backwards.
Well, the Tigers win tonight, and Zach will any final comments tonight before we sign off?
Just, it's the first door. You got to get through this door to get to the next one, and it was a good start for an inexperienced football team. They made a few mistakes. They'll learn. They'll get back to work on Monday, and get ready for Morrilton. You'd rather start off 1-0 and look bad than 0-1 and look great. And Prairie Grove by no means looked bad. They've got some things to work on, but I thought the defense, as the game went on, got a little more comfortable. The offense was explosive from the get-go, and
there was a point where we'd run 20 plays and had 6 touchdowns. I mean,
that's explosion. I mean, that any way you look at it, that's explosive.
And those 6 touchdowns weren't, they were long, big runs. Bobby Cat, Logan Bartholomew, and so that's going to do it for us tonight. We want to thank again our East Lab students tonight: Ethan, Sam, Patrick, Jordan, Casey Stamps, and Sam Dodd. For Zach Arns, I'm Lynn Gregson. We'll see you next week here at Prairie Grove Tiger Stadium as the Prairie Grove Tigers take on the Morrilton Devil Dogs. Thank you and have a great night.
We want to thank you once again for joining us for another night of Prairie Grove Tiger football. And a big thank you going out to the Prairie Grove High School East Lab. Their volunteer hours make this game possible. Also, we want to thank PG Telco, the providers of PGTigersOnline.com. PG Telco, built on community, focused on progress. By Clorox, the name alone means clean. The Lewis Automotive Group, serving Northwest Arkansas and Prairie Grove since 1946. Shelter Insurance, your local shelter insurance agents, Mr. Mark Spence. And Prairie Grove Christian Church, where it's all about loving God, loving others, and serving others. And by Steak and Shake, life needs flavor. And also by the Bank of Fayetteville, where they're banking on your potential. And the broadcast is also brought to you in part by the Prairie Grove High School Booster Club, reminding you your Tiger Pride is just one membership away. It's great to be a Prairie Grove Tiger.